happens to be. I don't know. He probably just wandered off to do his flyboy shit.
I'm gonna haunt him with gremlins. You know what? Stitch, go touch his haunt him. Go touch one of his droids.
That's not how that works.
Dad?
Roger, Roger.
Alright, so session 2 of our Chimaera Foundation Shadowrun 5e. Basically part 2 of the tutorial mission, I suppose. So what happened last time? A lot of things happened last time. Actually, hold on. I have to throw something away. See, that's a teaser.
Him and that one bunny chick hooked up. Or flower chick, or whichever the two they were.
Yeah, he just couldn't let her shit go.
And fucking blew his brains out with insanity.
Alright, okay, so we need to make a plan here.
Planning would be good. So yeah,
Plans are usually good.
Session 1, you guys found out there was, you went to this club called the Lava Lounge in Atlanta. You also went to a history museum in Atlanta. So you met 2 contacts. The first was Mirage at the museum, who gave you the simple offer of acquiring information from this lovely, basically information about a thing that happened outside of the Lava Lounge that caused a high threat response. You guys went into the Matrix, found the Lava Lounge, explored it, met up with another contact who goes by the handle Meltdown, who is a small elven girl, Dryad, who basically provided additional information about the Lava Lounge, about what was going on, about Dock Wagon, gave you information about the protests that were going on. You found information from Mirage about who the actual person was that you were looking for information on, which for some reason I didn't write down, but I can scroll up. And you found a way to get into this little lovely place of Dock Wagon, one of their little outpost centers, where you, with the help of Meltdown, basically found this poor elvish man and caused him to go into a state of panic, causing a response, although that high threat from Dock Wagon, where he was taken, and you accompanied him, and here you are. So you've come in, he's been checked in, you have managed to go back into a room, which is basically a break room, where you can enjoy some nice soy calf, and you have put a camera on a loop, and then your flyboy decided to fly on out. And yeah. The guy's name was Corvin Braxton. So here you are. You know that there is data available in here that has interest from both Mirage and from Meltdown for different reasons. Mirage is a little more straightforward. Meltdown's is a little more cryptic, given her nature. And so your boy's back in some room somewhere, and you're here in like the lobby having a conversation, trying to come up with a plan of how you're going to find this information on Corvin Braxton, why he's here, what value he has, who he's associated with, all that lovely stuff. And yeah, so a plan is probably not the worst place to start.
Okay, well, first of all, we need to figure out a good spot to find the information we're looking for, like a server database, or even physical records if possible. So,
Well, they're not going to keep any physical records.
probably not.
Nobody
So-
in this day and age does. That's why I like to carry physical currency.
You'd be surprised. Anyways, so we need to find either a terminal or a server room or something. Something that we can gain access to the information we're looking for. Did we happen to get a floor plan or anything of the building, or not really?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. It's gonna be tough without an idea of the layout of this place. Hmm.
Oh, what if we could just find a lone computer unattended?
Static's gonna go ahead and look around the room to see if there's any computer.
In the break room, there is no computer in the break room.
Okay.
There's
So
a,
that
What?
there's a soy calf maker.
Is
What-
it wireless?
Yeah. I mean, the world's wireless, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, not completely. Is their computer hooked up to the main system?
I mean, you know from when you came in and talked to the receptionist lady that she was working at a computer. So far, that's all you've seen from what you've looked around.
Okay. So
All I'm saying is, I can probably find a computer, but the method I'm using, something like a server room, might be too complicated.
All right. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I've got my chameleon suit on now, so I'm gonna take a peek out the door here and see if there's anybody in the immediate area.
Okay.
So I sort of just like do that and poke my head around the corner.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Sure.
I'm gonna go.
Screaming child in the background.
I'll go like a limit of 2 or a threshold of 2.
Where is
We-
my?
We can, but don't worry about it. People are being loud in my background as
I
well.
mean, I guess I'm technically not supposed to tell you the threshold, but I mean, 2 is like the standard for an easy check.
Where is the stupid perception again?
It's a skill.
It's skills, and it's the first grouping. It's right under palming.
It's a physical skill
Yeah.
because your mind's part of being physical. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Limit of 2.
Cool. So I think when you peek out the door, you can see that there is like you obviously see the large table here. Looks like some kind of like a meeting room.
Mm-hmm.
A couple doors in front of you. No real sign of noise. You can tell that there was at some point, relatively in the near future, like in the recent past, I guess, people that had occupied this table. But it seems that whatever had happened, whatever meeting was going on, has since dissipated. You know, looking at through this door, like you know what's out here. It's the main lobby, and just from like being out in the hallway, you don't hear any like ambient noise coming from that way.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up this way, and I'm gonna look in. I'm assuming this blue is a window.
Yeah,
right?
blues are windows.
Okay, so I'm gonna look through. I'm gonna poke my head around the corner here, and I'm gonna look through that window.
Are you like crouched down, I assume, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to be stealthy. I'm not trying to be. Well, no, actually, I don't need to be stealthy right now, do I? I'm
I don't
not
know.
technically doing anything wrong yet.
True. True.
But you are wearing a chameleon suit.
Yeah, you do have the chameleon suit on.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to be somewhat stealthy.
So what's the chameleon suit do again?
It gives me +2 on my limit for stealth checks, and also while I have the wireless feature active, it gives me +2 bonus dice to stealth checks.
Okay,
when
cool.
When she pops out the door, I'm just gonna kind of sigh, and send a mental command to the Wind Spirit to follow and use concealment on both of them.
Okay.
But it'll stay in astral form. It won't materialize.
Cool. And concealment basically is like another buff, correct?
Yeah, let me I got it right here.
It is
Look up.
page 394 of SR5, I believe.
Yeah, I got it right here. Critters
it-
with this power mystically hide themselves, other people or things that someone else is seeking. Subtracts a number of dice equal to the critter's magic from any perception tests to locate the concealed subject. So,
What is the critter's magic?
2.
Okay. Cool. So -2 to whatever gets rolled. -2 dice. Like a -2 modifier. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So make me a perception check. And give your modifier a -1.
Okay. So what do my elven eyes see?
Okay, that's pretty good. Hello? Please let me select things. Oh, that's why.
Are they taking the hobbits to Isengard?
You see a figure sitting at a computer behind the desk.
Oh yeah.
That is heavily cybered.
It is.
Oh, you gotta see the full picture.
Yeah, I'll find the full picture and post it in Discord. I still have her.
Stuff.
I do. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. There. Yeah. What you see, sitting down, working at the PC. Through the window.
What the hell? That's not even human.
It's kind of human.
It's like 10% human.
It has human parts. Okay.
Jesus. Front desk. Well, the problem with the front desk is that she sent me here.
So yeah, you can see her just typing away. Looks. So I guess from like just glancing at her, you can tell that like you can make out clear like indications of some kind of medical insignias and such. But she obviously like either works for Doc Wagon or some kind of staff.
Right. Okay. That's a no-go then. We need an empty terminal. We don't want to cause a big scene by making a lot of noise. I'm gonna go into this bathroom then, and I'm gonna take a look around to see if there's like a vent or something that I can use to crawl through.
Okay. Make me another perception check.
Sure thing. Keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, that's funny because the limit was 4, or the threshold was 4. Yes, there is a vent, kind of up near the ceiling, probably over in like, say, this corner.
I can't tell what corner you're.
Oh, I'm in a different layer. That's why. Kidding. I hate that pings don't go through. We're in this
Okay.
area.
All right. I'm gonna try and get into the vent then.
All right. Trying to think which skill this would be. I guess you can tell that the the vent is obviously like not loose, right? So if you go up and you go to shake it, like it's firmly stuck in there.
Okay. I'm
But-
assuming it's held in place by bolts or something.
Yeah, given your roll, you can see there's like little screws basically around it.
Okay. Well, I don't have a screwdriver on me per se, but I do have several knives. Would that do the trick?
Yeah, you want to make me a you want to make me a blades roll? So here's the question: before you do this, do you want to try to like do it in like a stealthy way, or
Yes.
you want to make me a stealth roll first?
Sure. Sneaking?
Thinking, yeah, whatever. You get a bonus for that, I believe.
I need to make sure that whether the bonuses are automatically calculated or not. Let me just check something. Okay, no, it doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah, wait. What's that for?
Is there a mod on it? I guess there's like mod 2 or whatever.
Yeah, there's a bonus too, but that might be from one of my qualities, because I also have a sneaking quality.
You can just add it to like the situational modifier if you need to.
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not adding on top of things that are already added,
I
right?
gotcha. Also, you have concealment, and that only helps for when I try to sneak behind you. So it's cool.
So I think the +2 that I have on here is from my trait, my quality.
Yeah, it's like quality and let me look. Sneaking or it is bonus from magic or gear. So yeah.
Okay. So I'll put a +2 on there, and I'll see what it comes up as.
Okay, cool. Just note of your 3. All right, yeah. So give me a fun little blades check.
Okay. Blades.
Yeah, I think that's more than enough to like start unscrewing the little screws to pull the vent down.
Awesome.
Yeah, like when you open it up, like you feel kind of like a little bit more of like a rush of air as the grating that was impeding the airflow releases.
Okay. I put the grating kind of like in behind the toilet for the time being.
Okay.
That way it's not immediately noticeable. And then I crawl up into the vent.
I want to ask Sparrow if it can give me an update on what she's doing.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want an update, you can always just contact me.
Oh, his spirit can look at it. Yeah, I think your spirit like relays back to you. Like, I guess. So does your spirit like actually communicate you with words, or is it like pictures? How does it work between you and your spirit?
No, they're intelligent.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is there like a way that you guys have a communication stream set up, or
just mental communication? I would assume words.
okay, yeah. So she'll like describe to you that like she came in, that she saw someone working on a computer, and kind of describes what the lady looks like. That she went into like the bathroom across the hall, found a grate up high, and basically took out one of her blades and just started unscrewing it, and took the vent off and set it down like she's preparing to go through the vent.
Okay.
Into the vent I go.
All right. So pretty much the vent. Let me just draw some horrible lines on this. Effectively, kind of runs like kind of like this. Like a closed loop. Something like that.
Wow, that's a. It doesn't touch the middle area at all. Wow,
No, it does not.
that's interesting. Um. Okay. I love the commentary that's going on in the chat, by the way.
Yep.
That's great.
If you don't know how to do that, it's /me and then you type.
I think when you peer down the vent, like because you're probably obviously looking this way, you see like this long, like really almost like sterile light gray, made out of some kind of like alloy metal. It seems like it'll probably support your weight, but yeah, I mean, will it be loud? That's the question, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to. I know that the reception desk is to the south of me.
Down here, yeah.
So I'm gonna take the right, and I'm gonna go south, and I'm gonna go down past the
Like this?
reception desk and see. Yeah, I'm gonna go past the reception and see if there's like other offices or something back here that that can be hacked into.
All right.
So I'm gonna do that.
All right. When you get to that first corner, there's like a little grating where you can look down into a room, and underneath you, you can see like it's obviously kind of dark in the room a little bit. There's like a small little light on, like on the desk, and you can see what looks like a computer terminal.
Okay, and that's here?
Yeah.
Okay, and is there anybody at the terminal right now that I can see?
Not with your naked eye.
That's interesting. Can I hear like anything, any typing or anything like that?
Give me a perception check. I'll give you a +1 because of your location. Oh hell yeah! Wow, that was a good roll. So yeah, I think you can hear the sound of what sounds like a single set of footsteps, kind of walking this direction.
Okay. I stay still and wait.
Okay. I guess you didn't see that. Walking this direction.
Okay.
So, for Static and Stitch, while your girl's up in the up in the vents, what do you guys want to do? Obviously, Stitch, you're aware of what's going on to some extent.
Yeah. Do you just want to assume like I kind of know what's going on? Like I just
Yeah.
have it give me regular updates.
Yeah, I would assume that's how your spirit and you communicate.
Okay. I think we're just sitting here chatting at the moment. There's not a lot we can do.
You're basically just waiting to see what happens with Kerrigan.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, cool.
So if I'm about here,
Yeah.
looking through the grate, and I hear footsteps leading out of the room.
So you hear them step a couple times, and you hear them stop. You hear a like a male voice kind of start mumbling something to himself. You see a figure walk over and reach over and go to like turn the light off on the desk, and you see this.
Okay.
Then he starts, and then he just kind of starts. You hear like a couple slow footsteps, like walking towards the door.
Interesting. I wait to see if the footsteps go right out the door. I'm assuming I should be able to hear the door when it opens and closes.
Yeah, you hear the door kind of click open and click close.
Okay. So the reception area right now, or this desk rather, is completely dark, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I get in contact with Static then. Static, you there?
Yeah, usually.
This isn't the time to be smart with me. Listen, I think we've got access to a terminal here. The room that I'm sitting above right now is empty and dark, and the only occupants just walked out of the room. It's just to the south of the lobby. There should be a door somewhere to the east of me, I think. See if you can get to it, and then we should be able to use this terminal here. Maybe we'll get a layout of the building or something.
You know, that sounds kind of like a bad idea. But okay. I'm gonna go ahead and walk out.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, she found a console for us to hack, and I'm gonna go hack it.
While they're doing that, is there any way for me to get this vent off from the inside, the grate off from the inside of the vent?
Oh yeah, there's definitely like little release latches from the inside. Easy peasy.
Oh, perfect.
While that's going on, Static, make me a perception check. You can give me a flat roll.
Oh no.
Okay.
At least you didn't glitch. At least you didn't glitch.
I don't know why, but it still says -1 for my perception, but I have 4 dice in it.
You look weird.
I have -1 in literally everything.
That's odd.
Literally everything.
That's alright. I think it's balanced itself out somewhere. Cool. So like as you pull the grid up, Static, as you walk out, you hear a male voice speak up and say, hey, can we help you?
Oh yeah, no, I just got lost on my way to the bathroom.
Yeah, so if you turn around and go through the door behind you, to the right are the bathroom.
Oh, thank you very much.
And
So,
Walking in there, do I see the vent open?
oh yeah, you definitely do.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get inside the vent.
You want to make me a sneaking roll?
Do I have to? The doors are shut.
I mean, it's a metal vent, so you want to go quickly or
you literally made a comment about this earlier.
how loud it would be? Yeah,
I could fucking try.
I believe in you. That perception roll made me cry. Sweet God.
I don't actually have any dice for it.
So while this is going on,
How do you have no modifiers for like? How is this?
He's all Matrix.
My character's 100% Matrix. You told me to walk across an open room.
True.
I'm pretty sure if I go into the Matrix here, it's going to be way more populated than.
To be fair, your roll for perception was really bad.
No, I know. I don't have any perception.
No, like
All my shit.
I mean, you had a dice pool of 5, right? But 0 successes is. I mean, that was just a bad roll.
That's weird because it only rolled 3 dice.
Wait, why are you running? Like, okay, Do you have something checked?
Oh, wait, that's because you got -1 on perception because you have no points in the skill, and then for some reason you have a wound penalty.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah,
see why there's a. Oh, you have
Oh,
stun
he
damage.
Yeah, he took damage earlier.
That's right. It was stun. Aha! That explains it. Okay. Never mind. That's why you lose the dice. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Wound penalty is a
Brutal.
little bit of yikes.
So it seems like Kerrigan's going in the room.
Yeah, is Kerrigan dropping in?
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm gonna have to drop in. I don't have a choice.
Oh, I want to have Sparrow scope it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
So to clean up what I was doing, I'm gonna go ahead and sit on the toilet and yell "ouch" right under the vent and hold my head to make it look like the vent fell on me
Okay.
instead of me trying to crawl through it.
So are you doing it intentionally to try to draw attention?
Trying to make sure that if somebody's standing outside the door because they just fucking heard me, that it sounds more like I got hit in the head by a vent than me trying to climb through it. Because I don't know if anybody's outside the door.
All right. You hear a knock on the door to your north, and you hear a woman's voice say, "Is everything all right?"
I'm gonna go ahead and open up the stall and be like, yeah, this fucking vent just fell on my head.
She'll kind of give a sigh and say, "I'll get one of the others to come fix it. Hold on."
In the meantime, do you guys have any meds? I have a fucking killer headache.
She'll say, "You can if you want to wait in the lobby, I can have someone come be to you." You have a policy with Actually, this is awkward. Finish whatever you're doing in here and just meet us in the lobby.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stall. And sit in there for a couple of minutes. Doing absolutely nothing.
So in that room, that's a window to the outside.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah. So there's you got the vent open because that doesn't require anything special. Do you have hands? Good job.
Go outside and light up a cigarette.
Okay. I think when you're
These
walking,
are your useful teammates. Hello.
I think when you're walking by, I think like the dude at the door just kind of gives you a nod.
Yeah, I just nod back.
You can see he's kind of wearing like a weird little gas mask, and he's clearly displaying a sword, which might strike you as odd given it's a medical facility.
Mm.
You had your spirit or whatever scope out the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the room is empty.
Okay, I drop down to the desk then.
Cool.
By chance, am I able to see in the room?
The room is dark.
But I mean, I can see through the window.
You can see like you can see like the faint glow of like the computer terminal, I guess.
Okay.
Is there like a latch on the window or anything that I can open?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, then I open up the window.
Let some fresh air in.
Yeah.
Which one's the lobby? It's this one? This
Which
big
one?
one?
Yeah, it's the big one.
So I'm gonna go ahead and walk out.
I think when you walk out, the dude's gonna ask you if you found the bathroom all right.
I did, but one of your vents managed to fall on my head while I was on the shitter.
He'll laugh and say, "Oh yeah, there's a guy coming right now to fix it." And
Do you have any meds? I have a fucking killer headache.
yeah, I think the guy like pulls out like a little pouch and hands you some like the equivalent of like some Tylenol or something.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Tylenol.
Yeah, go ahead and clear your stun away.
Yes.
And so this dude's gonna walk into this room, and he's going to start tinkering with the vent to close it up. Yeah, Kerrigan, instead you're having a moment looking through the glass window. It's no weapon.
Alright, back. Right, so yeah, I've unlatched the window here and opened it up.
Yep. Stitch is out
I
there
see-
smoking.
Yeah, I see Stitch. And I wave him over. And I
It'll
see
move.
Static a little way over. And I wave her over as well. Kind of gestures them towards the window.
Yeah, when Stitch walks by, I just kind of say, "Hey, you guys don't leave me in there. It's better if I'm not. I'll be watching."
Fair enough.
You realize that if I fuck this up, we need to run, right?
Absolutely. So don't fuck it up. This is what you're
I
supposed
will.
to be good at, right?
I'm more battle purpose and blowy stuff up kind of person. That's what Nines was for. But I'll give it a damn good try.
Oh.
And I'm going to enter the Matrix.
Dun dun dun. So are you going yourself?
I am entering the Matrix to compile and then register.
Okay. So let's talk about what kind of sprite are you compiling?
Data.
Cool. So as you enter the Matrix, the world kind of becomes superimposed with this layer of what it looks like a stream of almost like static, and you're pretty much looking at a giant. It almost looks like a TV hospital, right? Like think of like the hospital from House. It looks like that instead of the like more like very antiseptic, bland look of the building you're in. Yeah, and in front of you, you see like a little tiny, it almost looks like a little keyhole that's kind of like shaped kind of like a USB drive. And yeah, so what level of a data sprite are you looking to compile?
A 6.
Wow. Okay, that is
You're bringing out the big guns.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, because if I fuck this up, we're either dead or we need to run.
Okay, so per hit on a fade, you take 2 DV. And is this above your resonance?
Resonance? No.
What
I
is
have 6 resonance.
Okay, so you cannot take physical damage from this. You could knock yourself out, but that's okay.
I could.
You're also in
It
a
would
hospital.
actually be pretty fucking hard because I have 11.
Yeah, you'd have to make a really shit roll and get really high fade hits. You need 3 hits of fade, basically.
Let's do this, boys. Any situational modifiers or?
No, not for this. Well, you actually so you got 2 hits of fade, so you take 4 DV a stun. Your success exceeded the sprite defense, so you have compiled a level 6 data sprite.
Well, Glasses, I need you to give me the floor plans of this place. And I'm gonna point to the information in front of me.
So you can either remain in the matrix while it is active, or you can attempt to register it so that you can bail.
Veil or fail?
Like bail. Because if you leave, it'll decompile.
Um, the issue is I only plan it on staying in here long enough to get the information.
Yeah,
And
so you can.
And if it's not registered, then if I pull out, it goes away.
It
so
dies,
it
yeah.
can't really be caught.
The only problem
Which-
is you just
which
don't
is
get
really
as many.
nice.
The tasks just aren't as good when you're not registered. So that's okay.
I'm not going to register it. I'm going to have it go in and do what it does and search for information.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye at the door. Make sure that nobody is coming. Is this like a counter here or something?
Where? Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So you have 1 net hit. You have 3 successes versus 2 defense. So you can ask it to do a single task, a single use of a sprite power, 1 combat turn worth of matrix action. So basically, two singles or a complex action, and then that is what it's capable of doing. So let's take a look at matrix actions and talk about what you can do on a combat turn for matrix.
For a data sprite.
So, matrix actions, of course, start on page 214, which one day I'll memorize. This won't be today. Let's see here. I just want a list. Could I have that, please? Matrix skills, blah blah blah. Don't care about damage. Don't care about that. Don't care about connections. Don't care about any of that. Blah blah blah. Cool, matrix actions. So, starting on page 238 of the core rulebook, you have a list of actions you can do. You can do 1 complex, you can do series of simple actions. So you can so here's where it's exciting. You can attempt to basically mark the target, and then you could attempt to compile another sprite to then utilize that mark. Because you can only do 1 full action, which is basically a complex action. So, in order to gain access to it, you can either attempt to hack it on the fly, or you can attempt to brute force it. Can you dump the stats of the little buddy we have his? Our little friend? Okay, cool. So, you probably want to do hack on the fly, because it's sleaze based. Wouldn't that be a level 6? You rolled a 4. Yeah, change the force to a 6 on the data sprite. And then roll the stats again. Yeah, it makes a difference. Alright, cool. So yeah, you probably want to do a sleaze action. Sleaze is also a little bit more intuitive. So this basically allows you to mark a target without getting normal permissions. It's the action for hacking, emphasizes sleaze or the attack. When marking an icon, blah blah blah. Basically, what it allows you to do is put something on the system that allows you to try to gain access to it. And then, because of your role, you'll have to effectively compile another one to have another shot at it to use your mark. So I'll add this into your matrix actions. You don't have to worry. Matrix. See here.
I guess I'll hack on the fly.
And brute force, which is an attack action, which is a little more loud, I guess. But yeah, so either way, the difference is when you fail depending on what you use, directly impacts the result of if you fail. But hopefully you won't fail.
I'll go ahead and use a hack on the fly.
Okay. Little Glass is gonna roll his sleeves back and start tapping away.
Do I have any situational modifiers?
No. Normally you'd have negative here, but oh god. All right, let's.
Fucking yikes. Wait, why do I have... God damn it.
Why's your hack on the fly -1? Oh, because your. Hold on, let me add your stats in. That's on me. So whenever you roll the thing, where is your? Hold on, let me try some. Here we go. Yeah. So my bad. Roll me an attribute check on glasses.
Laser level.
The sprite attribute will be. Find this. I forgot you have to roll the sprite. That's my bad.
I have to roll a bunch of shit for this.
So it is hacking plus logic, please. Sprite attribute is going to be data processing.
Wonderful. Situational modifiers? None.
Yeah, I just want to see what it rolls. This may not be the right one, but I'm just curious. Level 6 attribute is 10. Okay, then no, never mind. Roll me it with sleaze. Okay, so you just roll it based on that part. You ignore the skill test. Alright, that's a hit. And while that roll was not... Wow, really? You came so close. So I roll the intuition plus firewall of the host, which will be the owner's intuition plus the firewall, medical facility. Yeah, that's probably about right. Level the host. Boom! Now let's talk about what happens when you fail. I accidentally closed this page of the PDF. Hold on. My bad.
This
Nope.
was a fucking great mission for Val to be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go play Magic on.
I'm out,
because
guys.
Fuck me, right?
Data Trails has a better explanation of what happens in failure. Let me roll to that instead.
It's not like we actually needed a fucking hacker for this mission.
What the hell? Is it not in... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot and it's not in this. Maybe it's under main core book. Hey, do you know if you look in the right book, it's easier to find stuff? Not bad. Yeah, no, it would have been good to have Val. Find this.
You know, our hacker.
Hosts, programs, matrix actions, and connections.
Well, but you're a techno wizard.
A tech...
Yeah, I make things explode with my sprites. I don't get into things.
Why am I just completely blind? I was reading this today and it's just like, what the hell? Under matrix actions, it's like, when you fail doing this, this happens. Talking about like sleaze and... Here we go! It's on the page I was looking at, Jesus Christ. So this is a sleaze action that targets firewall, software detects an intrusion and place a mark on you. Okay.
So Glasses has a mark.
So, on Glasses, yeah, so Glasses gets like a little Hello Kitty Band-Aid that goes across it. And, Kerrigan, you hear, footsteps walking in your general direction.
Okay, I say footsteps coming, we need to go now.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull out, and Glasses is gonna poof.
Fly out the window.
And, yeah, I think that, so you pull out and you jack out of the Matrix, which it doesn't cause you any shock because you were actively choosing to do it. And, Kerrigan, you hear, you see, it's like as you're going to back out, walking into the room are, 3 people. And you hear them say, hey, what are you doing? And as you go to jump out the window, one of them pulls out, let's make sure that person has this before I say they use it. You see a person pull out a very small handgun and say, "Don't even think about it," as you're like at the window, like you and Static. You guys just gonna make a jump for it?
Yep, already jumping.
Okay. Make me a. What would this be? Make me a gymnastics check.
I guess I'll do the same then.
Yep, make me a gymnastics check. See if you can jump through.
'Cause
God.
the window is open.
Yep, holy hell. Static did it. Can we get a moment of silence for Static jumping through a window? And as you do it, a shot is going to be fired in your direction. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm just gonna say that misses. So the shot comes out and like goes through and like makes a loud like explosion basically. And as you do, coming out of the front door, you see. Hold on, let me bring the people over.
Oh.
People come out after you as you spill into the street.
Alright, start running.
Hold on. To the streets we go.
Probably have to roll initiative at this point.
That sounds right. Hey,
I don't even know where to fucking
what's
find
this?
that.
Looks hospital-y, right? Actually, you'd be coming from over here. Is there one that looks right? Fuck it. Let's say from here. You guys are probably like, I don't know. Let's do it this way. We'll do this one because this one makes sense because the window would have been like here. You guys can put yourself where you want within like a couple squares. And
Don't think
so,
about putting people in here.
oh, it's all right. So let's talk about what combat is.
Death.
So, first things first, I am the realist. Click on your token, and let's roll some initiative.
Physical, I'm guessing.
Yes. Actually, let me probably do this. Here is the roll.
Alligator tears are the best. I remember alligator tears.
Bum 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 bum. Where is the roll? Boop.
Man, you gotta love rolling that 8.
All right. So let's talk about how turns work in Shadowrun. So I sent you guys a cheat sheet for combat, melee and such. So
Where?
I don't know if I can send it. It just tells you basically we already know how the combat rolls. Let's go over the core mechanics to the combat turn sequence. So you roll initiative, and then you have like initiative passes. So in each pass of an initiative, you have multiple actions you can take per turn. Each pass takes 10 off your initiative. So anyone who has above a 10 effectively can go twice before the turn ends. At the end of every turn, you re-roll initiative. So let's talk about actions. You can do a simple action, 2 simple actions, or a complex action for everything that you can do. As far as movement goes, if you look on your character sheet, you have at the bottom of your main thing a walking, a running, and a sprinting movement. So your entire movement for a combat turn, that's all the passes until everyone goes to 0 or negative, cannot exceed your run rate. So, for example, if you're human, I believe it's like 16 squares or something. Walk is the furthest a character can move during a combat turn before they are considered moving, which I believe is typically half. So, for example, if your running is 16 but your walking is 8, you can only move up
For
to
humans,
8.
It's 8.
Yeah, you can only move up to 8 squares effectively per combat turn.
Running is 8. Walking is 4.
Yes.
Oh
And
my
if
god.
And if you want to sprint, you must make a running plus strength test. And each hit allows you to increase the distance your character can move, either 1 meter, 2. You can only do a maximum number of sprinting tests equal to half the running skill, blah, blah, blah. So if you sprint, you also get fatigue. So if you sprint too long, you start getting negatives for doing so. On page 162 of the main book, there is a list of combat actions for free actions, simple actions, complex actions, and interrupt actions. So
Books. Jesus Christ.
So interrupt actions. So there's a time when a character is allowed to take an action outside of an allotted action phase. These are called interrupt actions and are clearly identified in the rules, such as going on full defense. He takes an action out of turn, but only if he has enough initiative score left in the combat turn to pay the price for the action. So, for example, if you're using if you choose to go full defense when you get attacked, you're effectively sacrificing an initiative pass, so 10 off your initiative score, to take on like your full defensive action that will, make you take less damage. For example, full defense, minus 10 initiative score. However, you can add your character's willpower to your defense test for the remainder of the combat turn. So not just the pass, but every pass. But you sacrifice minus 10. So those start on like page 167, 168, and most things are minus 5 except for full defense. So that's the short story of it. So as it looks from the turn order, Kerrigan gets to go first. So you have what basically is a dock wagon medic, which is the lady, and 2 dock wagon samurais, who are basically medics in training. And I guess from your initial look, the 2 in the front are holding some kind of sword. The lady in the back has a sword, and also at her side is a pistol.
Is this our starting location?
You can go anywhere from as long as you, at most say 4 squares away. Closer or further away if you want.
Okay. I will move away. Don't wish to be super close. Is anybody else planning to move?
I am.
Yeah, just let me know in your position where you want to be, and we can start going down the list.
I gotta put my son to bed.
That's cool.
I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom actually.
Go for it.
Before we begin
I
this.
guess I should be past you guys.
And this should not be a especially hard set of combat. I can't believe the level 6 data sprite got 0 successes.
I know, that's dice pools.
I know. I just made the host like a level 3 because I figured it's like a medical facility. And use average for the intuition. So the firewall is fairly weak.
Damn.
Alright, I am back.
Alright, we're just waiting on. Well. Yeah, I guess we're just waiting on lethal.
As it's set up right, each square should be basically like a meter for movement.
So what's the weather like outside right now?
Probably got like a slight mist to it. Probably like the streets kind of have like a nice like glistening effect from like some of the water vapor. It's not necessarily raining, but kind of got that like it's humid enough now that water's beginning to actually form in the air and kind of make everything kind of slimy.
Oh, perfect. Because if you look at my character sheet and my bio and info, the second spell listed there.
I think I know what you took.
Also, Rem,
Yes.
I might have somebody who can replace Val.
It's not
I
really
already sent them.
not exactly
Well,
replacing.
no, not replacing, but obviously playing when Val wants to do shit like this.
Yep.
I sent him the books. I sent him the Chummer stuff. Told him to talk to you. I don't know if he ever did.
Not yet, no. But it's alright. Figure it out. So hopefully this goes pretty smoothly. Combat is the thing I figured just giving you an option. There's a lot of stuff that can go on. It's a little bit different than like D&D. So I figured it'd be good just to do an easy thing. I didn't exactly plan it to be like out on the street, but sure.
Alright, so I
You
guess
can
I'm
never.
first then.
Yep, so Kerrigan would be the first one up.
Alright.
So, range combat or melee combat, obviously, depending on what you want to do. Or magic.
Well, I have a fantastic walking / running speed because I am much more athletic than all these Matrix people.
Yes, I would hope so.
Alright. So, I'm just gonna get back behind this building, basically.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna go here, and then about 16 meters away. I didn't bring my sniper rifle with me, because I didn't think that it would be a good idea to walk around with a sniper rifle.
Probably not the worst idea.
So,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
Oh, never mind. I got a message. Your connection
Yeah,
to the server has been interrupted.
roll 20 decided to like freak out. It's fine.
Yeah, and I ready my Ares Predator 5.
Sweet God. Okay, so you got your little friend ready.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pop this guy right here.
So, are you doing like a? So what is it? Where is the action for that for shooting?
Action for shooting, you just click on the weapon.
Yeah, I'll just make. So are you just straight up shooting? Is that your thing?
Let's see if I can do anything special here.
I'm just looking at the
System
action.
Internal laser rangefighter.
What is your what type of shot is your weapon?
Just normal pistol ammo.
Is it SASS? What?
SA semi-auto.
Okay, so that's technically a simple action. You can actually take aim, which is another simple action if you'd like to use it. By taking aim, you can you not?
No, because I had to ready my weapon first.
Oh, your weapon wasn't ready. Yeah, good call. Cool. So, which shooter are you shooting? This guy in the front?
Yep, the one at the top there.
Alright.
This guy right in the front. So, I don't think there's anything else that I can do. Actually, there is something that I can do, and I almost forgot about this. I can call the shot, because that's a free action.
Yes, it is. So when you call a shot, aim for a vulnerable portion of the target. It's on page 178. You must do a fire weapon, throw weapon, or melee weapon attack. So, what shot would you like to call?
I'm just gonna go for a good old-fashioned headshot.
Okay, cool. Let me look that up real quick. What page was that? I literally just said it. The hell?
You actually call a shot.
Page 178 is not page 170. Yeah. So called shot. I love how it tells you to do this and goes to another page. So, you know, what the fuck not, right? Cool. So going for a headshot. So you're looking for. All called shots require get a -4 dice pool penalty. Your situational modifier goes to -4.
But I have a special quality that allows me to only take a -2 penalty.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Where is the frickin' called shot stuff?
195.
195. Okay.
Which is technically 196. It is vitals. Calling a shot to increase damage means shooter is aiming for a particular vital area of the body. When these areas, when struck, tend to cause more serious wounds. Targeting a vital spot with a called shot gives you an extra +2 DV on the attack.
Yeah. That's what I'm going for.
Alright, you're probably going to one-shot this dude. That's okay.
That is just my style. So -2 to my modifier.
Yep.
You can chew on them apples.
I'm actively afraid of this shot. 3 successes, so I will roll my dodge attempt.
I don't see any of these rolls. Should I just restart my roll?
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no. Why's your DV 0? D. What should it be? You gotta just let me know later. You just look it up.
I don't know why
The AP and the DP aren't there for some reason.
Oh, I'll have to actually look up the weapon.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, it tends to zero those out when you transfer.
Yeah, for some
I
reason.
thought I had covered it though.
I had to restart my roll 20. A second.
I'm looking at the Predator. There's Predator 5 has a -1 AP and a DV of 8P.
Yes. So add 2 to that, so 10.
Yep, so 10P. Can I even not die to this? Like, I don't actually know if this guy can even survive this crap. Alright, so subtract, add this, boop boop boop. Coil, roll your dice. If a dice defense pool and subtracts their hits from your hits. Yeah. Oh, right, I don't actually roll dodge. Okay, yeah, so, okay, blah blah blah. This is your modified DV. Cool. So here we go for the last of it. It becomes 2. So you did 12 damage to this poor guy. And he is at, well, he's basically bleeding out. He is 1 below his overflow.
Ooh,
Congratulations. You have, yes, because you get the +2 V basically put him over. So he is effectively dead. So I'm going to say he's dead. So click on your token, and on your macro bar, click End Initiative Turn, and it should -10 you.
Yep.
Sick. It worked. Cool. Stitch, you are up.
Okay. So looking at area effect spells, changed my decision a little bit.
God.
Because it actually covers a pretty small area. So what I'm gonna go with is let's see.
Stupid. Good headshots. Yes, you pretty much like took out your little pistol and just like domed the dude. down the street.
This is what I'm good at.
Where away is this? 16 meters.
So you guys would prefer to run, right?
I can fight.
I mean, you have domed one guy already, so.
Fair enough. All right then.
Rem, did you get the whispers?
Yeah. We can look at it after the scene resolves, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're in
that's what I was.
we're in the street here, but okay.
True.
So I'm going to cast the Mana Net.
Okay. Sweet God.
Jesus shit.
I don't know how I feel anymore. That's in the Grimoire, right?
No, I think yeah, it is. It's also in my bio.
Oh, yes, you put it in there. Did a spell, blah blah blah. Every net hit reduces the target's agility by 1. Oh, sweet God. What do I do to? What's this?
That I did not see in there.
I'm just looking. So every net hit, target agility by 1. So with the spell, blah, blah, blah. A bound target may attempt to break free. Works as single target. Need to get up. Yield astral combat. Blah blah blah. Where's astral combat at? Combat. Practice. Dice pool. Oh, I just roll my defense pool. Okay, it's just generic defense then. Look, and you're going for both of them, I assume. Oh, here we go. I'm sure that this this dodge will be successful. Oh look, I didn't dodge it. So that's 3. So their agility is reduced by 3, and it brings. Oh sweet God, this poor man. What does it say about
He just, like,
if
not
agility
moving.
goes to 0? They just can't move, right?
I have no idea.
I would guess
Oh,
that agility gets to
I was
0.
muted. Yeah, they can't move. They can defend and dodge, but they can't move.
Oh lord, that's -5. What in the actual hell?
Hey, I took 3 stun damage for that.
Well, they're currently in a position where they cannot move.
Or 2. Yep. Which, so yeah, you guys see me like make some weird hand motions and speak some weird words, and then wince in pain and move away.
That's
So
insane.
is moving free?
You can move up to your you can do your walk speed per pass, but you can only go at most for a total turn your run speed.
Yeah, and the walk speed that's represented what in
It's just squares.
squares? Okay.
Yeah, each square is a meter.
All right.
And then when you're done, click on your character and hit end initiative turn. Now I'll try to make this pathetic break free check. Oh sweet God. All right, so
they gotta beat 12.
This poor little samurai. So like, you know, he runs out of the door. He's got his sword in his hands, ready to go. And as he like turns the corner, he sees his friend get popped in the head, and then just suddenly he's unable to move. Right, and he is going to attempt to break free of the binding by making an opposed. Oh sweet God, what is your spell's force?
It was 6, so 12.
So I've got to somehow strength plus body on these guys have to exceed 12. I'm going to give you a hint. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
So strength plus
Well,
body
I
is
guess you could check and see if it even physically can.
so it's equivalent of the carry lift. Well, so let's do this for fun. So I don't think I made it. So God, what can they do? So he can't break free. Does that count? I think that's a.
Yeah, the target may attempt to crawl or hop short distances at 1/4 of their more normal movement rate.
God, so terrible. Yes, I think that
they
I
may
think,
defend dodge, but they suffer a dice pool modifier equal to the caster's net hits.
oh sweet God. So for this person it's 3, for the other person it's 5. I think that at a quarter, are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh God, okay.
that's what it says.
So
They're struggling against invisible bonds that are holding them tight.
so this dude literally cannot move. His walking, a quarter of his walking speed is 0. So he's gonna stand here and just kind of like he's gonna start yelling basically, because that's literally all he can do.
Yeah, we should probably run now.
And even that's probably not very good. And I don't know what that would be.
I'm sure that there's a fucking roll for it. It seems like there is for literally everything.
I'll take a performance check, and I'm gonna be like a -1 because he's panicking. All right, great.
He has no dice.
No one hears anything.
I guess he's just kind of in a bad place, and so she is going to try to make the same thing, which fucking 12. Are you serious? Fell miserably. Perfect. Quarter speed. Hey, guess what? Probably can't move. And she is going to attempt to do the same thing, but she is going to use leadership. Okay, so as she goes to yell, like, I think she like trips and falls, and kind of like comes down hard. Like she's turning to kind of yell, and she loses her balance, and it causes like a panic in the guy with her, and he kind of just like completely drops his composure, and he just kind of like snaps and turns and starts like yelling at her to like do a better job because she critically glitched on her leadership roll. And yeah, so they're unable to move, and Static, it is your turn. How long does this last for? Is the entire turn? Oh, it's until they break free.
Yeah,
1, 2,
or I let them go, I assume.
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just gonna go ahead and run.
Okay, cool. So click on your, if you're doing nothing else, click on your token and end initiative turn.
I don't see that anywhere.
It's on your macro bar.
Bottom.
If you click on the next to the little cogwheel at the top, there's macros, and there's a little checkbox for show macro bar, and there's a end initiative turn that'll show up on it.
I clicked on the little fucking cog and
It's
all
next to
that's
it.
here
It's
is
like
bullshit.
it's the 3 little lines next to the cogwheel.
I don't have 3 little lines, bud.
Really?
Yeah, fucking I have the cogwheel and the little stupid circle.
You want to look in the top left of the map or the bottom left underneath our
Yeah.
portraits?
Actually, didn't even realize there was something up top.
Yeah, for some reason they're in both spots.
I don't know why it does that.
I still have no fucking clue what you guys are talking about.
Oh, he must not have the...
Do you not have macros active?
Try reloading the page.
There we go.
That's weird. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I had to F11 to get it to a show, but there you go.
That makes perfect sense. So Kerrigan, you have, for whatever godforsaken reason, you have another turn because your initiative is so ungodly high.
My initiative wasn't even that good.
I know, for your roll is actually not that great.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
So what would you like to do with this this pass? They are currently yelling at one another and immobile. They're not really sure why they're immobile.
Are there signs of any other pursuers?
So is it a free action to take a look around?
I do not know.
Let me double check. I don't remember if it's a simple action or a free action to do that. Also, what's your on page 185 is a range table for weapons.
185.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my pistol is a heavy pistol.
Yes. Very much heavy.
So I actually would have had a -1 on
Yeah,
my
it doesn't matter. You
modifier.
still would have downed the guy.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question because
Sure.
I'm confused. The
It's a complex to use skill, by the way.
pistols have an accuracy and then an accuracy brackets, and I'm not sure what the bracket modifier is.
Oh yeah. I'll look this up. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, here we go. It is for. It's for the mods. For example, the Ares Predator description, you'll see it mentioned it has a smart link. If you're using the smart link, you'll have an accuracy of 7 instead of 5.
Okay, so I have an accuracy of 7 on it. That's incredible.
Yeah, so if you have the mod on, then yeah.
It is on par with my sniper. That's insane.
It just doesn't have the range or the.
Okay, so
Yeah, most of the Ares weapons are really strong.
It's your rifle revolver.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why I picked it right. Okay, so it doesn't say anything anywhere about how, like, if you were looking around.
So if you're just glancing around, it's just kind of like it's mostly like a dead street right now. There's nothing really going on. There's a complex section to use a skill, but that would be if you actually want to make a roll to look.
Yeah, I think I will make a roll.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Sure thing.
I don't think there's any real modifiers for that.
I imagine pursuers would be pretty obvious.
I think that like through the window you can see some people kind of starting to like move. So as you look through the window, because the door is still open, you can see where some people have walked by the door, so they have like patrols in the hallway. And I guess you can gather that if their yelling had actually not been total dog shit, that they probably would have heard them and come running. You've probably watched like 2 people walk by the door, take 2 or 3 people. It's fairly late. There's not a lot of foot traffic out. You probably get the suspicion that the gunfire going off may have been heard on the inside of the building. And if it has, they may be trying to contact someone, but you can't be 100%.
Okay, yeah, I determined it's probably best to get out of here. Yeah. Let's hightail it.
Yeah, so you're just going to use your many thing to just full run. So is everyone else basically just going to like take off running?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I think you guys can safely, unless other people want to have a plan of wanting to do something beyond it, then we can stop the combat. If you guys want to continue to do actions, then yeah.
No, I don't.
I just
think
have
so.
I have one more action I want to do.
Okay, so we can do one more round for funsies. Cool. So I'm gonna clear the list. Everyone, click on your token and roll me some sick initiative. God, these poor people.
I get the feeling that we literally could have run in there and destroyed half the building.
There were maybe
until the high threat response showed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, there's that.
That one's not as bad.
Which was I was also like I kind of want to run.
Ooh.
Where's my initiative? There it is.
I'm sure the samurai will do well on this amazing initiative roll. I'm actually kind of surprised.
How did I get a 12?
You're a god.
How did you get a 12? You
Yeah.
got a 6 on your 1d6 roll.
So how does that equal out to be a 12?
Plus,
So you get 2 plus 5 is 7, minus 1 for the wound penalty, plus 6 is 12.
Ah, so it's those numbers plus what you roll.
Yes.
Okay.
You have a base. Cool. So Doc Wagon Medic is gonna do the thing she's really good at, and I guess continue screaming. I guess she'll try to break free again.
yeah, it's not happening.
I guess because of the critical glitch, I'll give her a modifier. Hey, look, she did so well. Yeah, I think she's just not even gonna try. Poor thing. Static, you're up. Would you like to
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
gotta run
7,
away?
8. And then that's my turn. Do I just end initiative or?
Yeah, make sure you click on your token when you do it. Cool. Just because it'll be fun. Alright, so this is gonna be a failure. Perfect. And then yep. Kerrigan, you're up.
I'm half tempted to just shoot them.
You could.
I was planning on it, but we all said we were gonna run.
I mean, I'm not against killing, but I am against unnecessary killing.
They shot at us.
I mean, but we don't.
To
have
be fair,
Yeah.
you were hacking a hospital.
We weren't attacking, we were hacking in.
And they are kind of completely helpless right now.
Not to mention the fact that killing them doesn't change anything for us. We don't gain anything by killing them. It's not like
I mean,
can
they
give us
lose
information
they
that we
lose the
can't
fact
get.
of where we went.
Oh, I'm about to take care of that.
Oh, God.
Never mind. Speaking of unnecessary killing,
Ditch just kind of looks over, lights a cigarette, and says, "Don't worry, I've got
I
this."
got this one. Are you about to Roy Mustang their ass? Don't fucking envy them, man. They're only poor people.
Like, nervously opens Stitch's character sheet.
No, you won't find Fireball in there.
I'm just looking at what horrific spells she could be casting. That's all. Don't mind me.
Okay.
Seeing as how I can run 28 meters in a single combat turn.
Jesus shit.
Good
What
lord.
The fuck?
So
Why
you're
can
off the
you
map
Run so far,
Because I got mad skills, yo.
because he's a god.
dude. Even my adept can't run 26.
Hold on, let me look at your. Holy hell. Oh right, you've got that thing. Yeah, yeah. Sweet God, you're running as insane. Okay.
Even
Yeah,
my
it's not
adept
that thing.
can't fucking run that quick.
Yeah,
Ninja.
Yeah, his run is 28 though.
Jesus shit.
I have 7 agility, and I also have a significant amount of physical skills that you do not.
Yeah, my
Why is
running
my
is-
agility and my reaction -1?
That's weird. Shouldn't be.
No, that's the bonus. Never mind.
Okay.
Also, why is my agility and my reaction a natural -1? I'm playing a human.
Oh, shouldn't be. I don't know where those bonuses are from.
Let me just get rid of that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be right. Okay, so is that your turn? You're gonna run?
I don't see the need to do anything.
Cool. It's gonna end the initiative so Stitch can do something unspeakable.
Oh no, nothing horrible.
Bullshit.
This is gonna be an area effect spell. It's gonna cover 20. Wait, oh, that's right. Wait a minute. I gotta look at that again.
We got 20 meters is a lot of space.
Yeah, 20 meters. Yeah, 20 meters.
So you're gonna cover like most of the hospital.
Or no, 6 meters actually. I think. Let me see. I gotta. Where is it? Area.
Basically, just gonna
So
do.
I actually just looked at my adept. You're barely quicker than my adept.
It's like an athletic freak.
Mine or his?
Yes.
Both.
The answer to this is yes. Yeah, no, I have a 6 in agility on my adept.
I mean, my character is completely useless at anything hacking related.
Apparently, so is mine. I don't know what this character is.
Oh no, oh, yeah, it's it's 6 meter radius. Okay. Yeah.
It's also a
gonna be
radius,
6.
though. It's 12
Yeah.
diameter.
Yeah. And it's gonna be centered on them so that it spills out into the room.
I don't know what
As
my fucking character is useful for.
You just
as
find
that
like
whole thing is covered in mist.
a random thing I can throw in here as like a marker.
I mean, you could click on them, go to the little bubble, and add an aura.
I could, but it's more fun this way. That's something silly.
Yeah.
Like an actual aura set. Bucket.
You can legitimately just add an aura.
Yep, we're doing it. Aura is gonna be. No, that's not 6. That is 20. There.
And that whole area is filled with a thick mist.
You guys make a roll for that, or is it just like an effect?
Blankets the entire area of effect. The mist is dense and difficult to see through, imposing a visibility modifier equal to the net hit scored by the caster.
Yeah, so gonna roll me a must be on a roll. Oh, you did roll. My bad.
Yep.
Let's see here. Equal to the hit score by the caster. So they get a -2 modifier on visibility. God, they just so now now they are stuck in the street. They're blind. One of their friends is dead. They're
Bleeding
yelling
out
at each
next to
other.
them.
Yeah, like this is a great scene.
And
We
then-
fucking ruined these people.
and then I run.
And then just because, fuck it, why not?
So hey, I got rid of that -1, and suddenly I can go 12 areas instead of 8.
There's your last desperate effect. So yeah, you guys are able to get away just fine. Here's the shocker. Yeah, so you dome some dude. Good job murdering people.
We didn't get the information or any information.
We know where he is, which should be enough.
Do you?
We
No,
we
we
know
don't.
that we know that he's there. It's
No,
the
you don't.
closest. It's the closest one.
You know he
which
was
is what
taken
we're
there.
Told is where yeah.
We don't know if he's still there.
Because that was the morning.
Fact of the matter is our Johnson could figure that out just fine all alone, most likely. So that's not really going to get us anything.
Depends on Yeah, so when you guys leave and you return to the streets, do you guys go to where do you go?
I'm not sure. I feel like we need to regroup and try again.
Yeah, but we can't go back there. At least not looking like us.
I might
Actually, I mean, I
was yet to be there.
I probably
No, we
can't
don't.
go back there at all.
We would need to do it just in a different way. We can't just walk in the front door and try and bluff our way through. We might have to go through through a roof door or something, just kind of, under the cover of night, break in and work our way through the complex.
So are you guys gonna return to either of your contacts, or are you gonna regroup somewhere and like hang out?
I think we're gonna regroup unless anybody's got any better ideas.
I need a drink.
Do you want to regroup at the bar and hash this out?
Yeah, we might be able to get that one elf chick to help us.
We go back to the lounge to see if Meltdown's there.
I think she'll be there. I have a hunch that that's her territory.
As do I.
Seems likely.
Plus, there's vodka there, so.
Okay, yes, you want to go back to the bar? Sec? Welcome. Apparently. Oh, I guess
I'll be right back, but I can still hear.
Guess I shouldn't have deleted Kerrigan, but that's okay. Bring her back. Not dead yet.
Nines is apparently at the bar.
Nines is always at the bar.
We found where, knowing Val, that's probably where he would have wanted his character. Wow, you're huge, Kerrigan.
Gets it a lot. Yep, so you guys... Yes, I feel like... So you guys just gonna, like, waltz up to the front door?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
What was the cover fee from the original? Anyone remember?
Unfortunately, $500.
500. Okay.
Because you fucking made it outrageously large.
It's a nice club.
That's $500 fucking dollars.
500 new yen.
I wouldn't pay $500 to get
Look.
my dick sucked by a porn star.
Look, it's Midtown Atlanta's hottest nightclub.
Well, I mean, we already paid the cover fee, so I mean,
You did. It's the same day. That's true. Yeah, I think when you walk up, you're gonna like flash your whatever like wristband or whatever the fuck they give you at the door.
Yep, we'll just walk on in.
Yep, I think the guy will wave you in. So yeah, it's now that it's much later, there's a lot more people inside, as you would expect. There's probably some like really like strange, like elvish techno disco electronic funk being played. Very distinct sound. And probably there's a lot of areas like so. Where's the main DJ booth? The same DJ's there. He has a few cuts and scratches and some bruises from the little incident earlier. There's probably like a couple of like bouncers like around him just to kind of protect him from the outbursts that happened before. The lounge area is especially like full of people down here in the center. A lot of people like dancing and just kind of having a good old time, and obviously out here on the open floor are more people and just various folks sitting around drinking, interacting, just having a good time. And everyone's kind of like, and very much so like, really good, like sophisticated looking dress. So like no pullover hoodies, no plain white t-shirts, no backpacks. Like really good fitting clothes, very like upscale looking.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go to the bar over where Static is at and take a seat and rub my temples because I took some stun damage from that.
Are you guys wearing comlinks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me try something.
Thanks, guys. Why can't you all just be techromancers and speak to each other without needing to fucking have a comlink? God.
Because we're not all as lucky as you.
Honestly, though, I'm bad at literally everything.
So I've still got Sparrow with me.
Yep. Gonna do anything with Sparrow while you're at the bar? Gonna buy Sparrow a drink?
Nah.
That's unfortunate. Poor Sparrow.
I mean, I mean, unless Sparrow wants a drink.
Oh, does Sparrow want a drink? What does Sparrow tell you?
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, you owe me a drink. How about the last one?
So what is everyone's logic score?
5.
Logic.
3.
5.
Okay. Can you roll me your logic? Great logic test.
Apply wounds.
If you're wounded.
I don't have any wounds.
Okay. I think as you guys sit at the bar, you start like tapping away and like whatever. For Stitch and Static, you start hearing like a really light like humming coming from your comm link. Like the sound of someone humming. Well, you have a thing like a comm link, right? Built in.
No.
Oh, you don't? That's right, Val would. Yeah. Cool. Yeah,
I
Stitch.
can kind of just talk to people.
The Stitch. Yeah, you hear like a humming noise and like this little humming in your ear.
Is it a familiar voice?
Make me a memory check. It's under your attribute rolls, your main page.
I mean, if you want, I guess flavor text wise, I could probably still hear them.
Damn, 11 dice, and that's all I get.
That was impressive. Yeah, I think like when you like kind of shake your head and kind of pay attention to it, you hear a little voice say, "How'd it go?"
Badly.
You hear a laugh as a figure walks up behind you all.
Which one is that one?
It's Meltdown.
That's Meltdown. Yeah, you might notice that we're down a member. He mysteriously disappeared instead of showing up at the appropriate location.
And for someone who talks so much about how great they were, you think he would have wanted to show up when it was game time. A shame.
He has a tendency to do that.
So what happened? You have the information that I hoped you could get for me?
Which one specifically was that?
Well, no, she tripped the alarm, she domed a person, and I've got a headache.
Wait, you killed someone? Why?
There they shot first.
To be fair, you also tried to take information from a hospital.
Shouldn't that be open information anyways?
Did you check if there's any public records?
Did you check if there were any public records?
I'm pretty sure that Nines had checked beforehand and wasn't able to access pertaining to the information that we're looking for.
Wait, did he try to take it directly from Dockwagon, or?
No, he went into Dockwagon, and then, if I remember right, he went to Dockwagon and then kind of got, like, I'm not messing with this, and left.
Oh, that's good. It sounds like someone in the background has like a cell phone call. He just kind of like rolls her eyes and says, there's other ways to get in. You could go in from the outside, or what he claimed to be, and he could have just found another way to get in, or waited till he was inside, patient. Kind of like, gives like a heavy sigh and walks up to the bar. Kind of like flags the bartender down and gets some like exotic looking mixed drink that's just kind of a weird glowy color. And says, so, was it, she kind of like looks around, clearly not high threat, or you wouldn't be here.
No, it was what looked like some trainees and some medics.
It was probably building security.
Did you at least check for cameras before you squeezed the trigger? He just kind of like takes her head and like slants it on the table like into her hands. Like, all right, this is. So he didn't get off on the best start. That's okay. This can be fixed. It's fine.
I mean, I can't go back there. I had to drop 2 pretty high force spells.
Well, yes and no. Depending on who they were, they may not have known what was going on. Did you like see anything? Did you notice anything when you were doing your spooky magic stuff? Or look, the only thing I know is playing with people and playing with electronics. I don't get how the other stuff works. But if they weren't using anything at you, I assume that they don't know what it is, and they're just probably confused and delirious. They did watch
We
someone
tried
die.
to yell.
Yeah. Well, I think our best bet is to just make another attempt, probably tomorrow night.
Okay.
So,
Kinda-
Do
since
you have access to a floor plan or anything of the
yeah,
building?
I mean, since you've got a pony in this,
You're asking for my help then.
Well, normally I would ask somebody else for help, but he's not here.
She kind of
Hesitancy. Yeah.
like gives like a small little stop, like looks down and starts like visibly thinking it through. Says,
I mean, we're not asking you to do the job for us. Just get us a bit of info. That would be easy for you to get.
give me a negotiation check.
Oh boy.
Who do you want it from?
Whoever thinks was trying to make the biggest impression on her.
I already tried to get Lady to work.
You should probably do that, Cloud.
Would you like a modifier?
You don't have. I'm pretty sure you don't have any street cred, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, give me like a +1 modifier.
Wow, that is terrible.
I think it's good enough.
Do you want to see what mine would have been?
Yeah, I'm actually really curious. She'll say, sure. I'll see what I can do. Just, look. Don't do anything. Don't do any funny business, okay? She, like, sighs, and she takes out her, she, like, pulls out this little, like, device from her pocket. Kind of looks like an old school, like, MP3 player, kind of like a Zune player. And she, takes out a little jack. She puts, like, a thing in her ear. She, attaches this fancy-looking little dongle to the bottom of the MP3 player where the headphone jack normally would be. And then when it comes out, it has a bunch of little ports. And she sticks her thing in, her little jack into it. And, she enters the Matrix.
I see her do this, correct?
Yeah, you can observe this. So, like,
I'm gonna go ahead and just switch into Matrix mode then.
yeah, so her persona appears to be, like, the little cute little flower. And, like, you can see, like, her persona kind of, like, as she moves around, there's, like, little leaves that fall, and she kind of has, like, the appearance of, like, a constant breeze coming across her. And she, basically goes to, like, jump out of the host into the public grid. You can follow her doing this. And so, you see, like, that big, like, fuzzy peach or whatever with all these icons. And she goes, she like, kind of moves over towards this one icon that looks like literally like a public records office. And she gets invited by the host because it's a public building to come in. So you see like a little like like a stamp on like a punch like on a library card, like appear on her persona, and she enters into the host. And if you want to follow its public office building, it doesn't matter.
It might for me, because
Okay.
I don't know if they can sense if I am a living persona or not. I'm not sure how all that works.
You're technically still a living persona, but I think in this instance, unless it's like trying to actually discern, it doesn't matter.
Then yeah, I'll go in.
So as she goes in, you're now in like this giant room, and it's literally just like a stack. It's just stacks and stacks and stacks of files everywhere. And she walks over to one of the stacks of files, turns around and sees you, and like the little persona kind of gives like a little wink, and like points towards like where you came in, kind of like watch for me. She is going to attempt to access some data. So the first thing she's going to do is she's going to straight up search if she can find anything on the building.
I'll go ahead and watch for her.
I have that in GM roll. She got 3 successes. Let's see what this is versus. I can never remember these. This is a simple test. Okay, so she meets it. She got 3 successes. The basic first simple is 2. So she's able to find information about the building itself. And so you see her start pushing some buttons. And she goes and she finds the file. And she's going to attempt to download the file onto like a physical device.
Mm-hmm.
Easy every
I just
time.
want to go ahead and point out that
I'm warning
if
us
it's
to
public
medic.
files, you actually just take pictures and copies of them.
Downloading it though would require something.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if we got caught doing this, there wouldn't actually be.
Oh, they're not illegal actions. These are data processing actions. So she's gonna pull it up and she's gonna flash over to you and show you that it's like a basic floor plan, and say, "Is this all you want?"
That's one of the things we needed. Yeah. The other thing we need is somebody who could actually hack.
We don't necessarily need a hacker, but at least having access to the floor plan gives me an idea of where we can go. We don't necessarily need to find the specific data. We can just take all the data, sort through it later.
You talk about jacking hard drives.
If that's what we have to do, then that's what we'll do. We're down a hacker, so we gotta think physical.
She gives like a sigh and says, "That's so old."
I just want to go ahead and point out that because of how in the future we are, hard drives can range from anywhere being like the size of an actual hard drive to like the size of an Xbox.
To the size of a pin.
Yep. She's gonna see. No, that's not really what this is for, but I'm curious. You say that thing about we can just pull hard drives or whatnot. Ooh, holy hell. Yeah, she's gonna kind of think about it and like, these people are really gonna go in there and just start trying to like rip computers out of rooms and take them out of windows. And she can just like think of all these like TV shows and like movies and stuff that she's seen, and like, these people really have no idea what's happening. And you hear her kind of like give a sigh, and you see her little persona turn around, and like one of the leaves kind of like falls back, and this little tiny thorn comes out and just like pricks the stack of papers. And I get this. Oh, cancel this. Bonus. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Boom. That's going to be against the So it's going to be against a building. Under doesn't matter. Boom! She has a mark. Whew. So yeah, like, so, Static, as you're watching, this little leaf, like, kind of buries into one of the stacks of papers, so it's like another leaf of paper, but an actual leaf. And, she's looking at this file, and she is going to make an attempt to withdraw more information. Let me make sure. Yep, requires 1 mark. And you can hear her kind of like say like out. Everyone who's sitting at the bar can hear. She's like, and the outside chance this doesn't go well. Well, don't worry about it. And yeah, she's really bad at this, so she's gonna give it a try. Surprised that worked. And this is a public file, so its protection rating would be low. So yeah, she should get it. So she does. She pulls down a thing, and quickly you see her like pull out and start making her way back and jack out of the matrix. And she takes a this little tiny drive and sticks it into this little device with a screen, and the data kind of displays in front of her, kind of like almost like a tablet, and it shows this. And it reveals the entire map to you and gives you an idea of where the main areas are for patrols. General rule. So you can see like a real-time feed from the whatchamacallit, a real-time feed of everything going on inside of the building. What you see? Obviously, you're not there. This is what you see. This is your edgelord friend who is slowly recovering from whatever the fuck happened to him from the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the one that
we
caused pain to get in?
Yep. So yes, as you like watch it, you see like the patrols kind of going up and down halls. You see these people in the back kind of going from computer to computer. These guys kind of making general patrols in and out. And what you notice is what's not visible to the naked eye is you watch as one of these guys slip out of a room and then appear to like go out a back door that's not on the floor plan.
It's probably the Veep area.
I'm sorry, I missed part of that. What was going on?
So
We essentially discovered the VIP area because somebody entered a door and didn't exit that same door.
So you watch a guy basically walk out of this door that wasn't on the original floor plan. And you can see kind of like out here, like a driveway, basically.
Okay.
Which is kind of like, yeah.
Oh, so he's
like this little driveway area is basically where you can gather like some onloading, offloading occurs.
Okay, so this is an actual outside area.
Yes, this area over here is outside.
Alright.
You see a set of terminals, and you see like basically these people come and go as needed. But these look to be the primary terminals where the primary patient information is kept, kind of like the intake outtake for high response patient.
So that's in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the terminals we need to get to then.
There's not like a server room.
No, this is more of like kind of like an kind of like a place where the people are taken to kind of stabilize and process, and then evaluate, and then if needed, they get sent to like larger facilities.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't there be a central data location for the terminals to access?
Sure.
Like a
We'll call it. I don't know. There's not one marked, but we'll say it's like.
There actually is one marked.
Is there? Am I blind?
Yeah, it's right here.
I'll be damned. Yeah, there you go. It does say servers. Yep, so here. Which is in the very center. Which is one of the reasons why the vents didn't go over it, as it has its own ventilation.
The vent actually did go over there.
Originally, I planned on this to become a server room instead of the meeting hall, because it looked more like a bunch of servers, but whatever.
It does look like a bunch of servers, and that would probably be the normal server size for a hospital. But seeing as how this is a makeshift hospital, that'll probably do.
That's fine.
I mean, technically this is the floor plan for like a police station.
As close as I could find, yeah.
Okay. See, if I'd known that, then I would have just dropped in there. That's okay.
Yeah, but we didn't know that. We didn't have the floor plan.
This is true.
Your hacker could have gotten it.
Our hacker could have gotten it.
Yeah, well, unfortunately the hacker bailed. So
She like kind of takes the tablet and like pushes the button and the screen goes down. Like pops out the chip and like slips it in her pocket. Says that wasn't that hard.
it's not hard for somebody who has the appropriate skills. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people.
Kinda sighs, shrugs her shoulders. What's the plan?
Well, from what I can see on the floor plan, there are 4 doors. The main entrance, 2 emergency exits, and what appears to be like a loading dock entrance. The main entrance is obviously going to be a no-go. Well, that would be the most direct route to what appears to be the server room.
I think when you say that, she kind of rolls her eyes and says, "Yes, especially because somebody shot a weapon outside."
My sister could probably go in through the front door.
I wouldn't worry about it. There are other options.
Yeah, and she'll say, "So there will be some kind of increased presence there, but if you avoid the front, you should avoid the bulk of it."
Indeed. I think the best 2 options are probably the north side emergency exit or the loading dock entrance.
If there is a tool that might be able to let you quietly get through a wall, then you could also go in from that room behind the server room.
Do you have such a tool?
Nope.
I can't think of any tool that would allow you to get through a wall quietly. That being said, if we can get access to the ventilation again, I can drop down into that room.
So, what's your plan to get into the ventilation?
So show me the ventilation on the floor plan, or is there no...
I'm just gonna give you the general idea of what it was. It won't be exactly perfect, but it's fine.
Okay.
And I think now that you have the floor plan, the little external little ventilation that exists here and there. Like the grid, it becomes more like a real grid, right? Just you get the idea. Like it just kind of like spider weaves in and out, spider webs in and out.
Okay, so there's like ventilation crisscrossing all.
Yes,
Okay.
pretty much everywhere but over this center meeting area and like there, and these back rooms. And the meeting room has its own like ventilation.
Right. So there's a ventilation.
Assume this area over here is connected. I don't know why it didn't connect, but it is.
Okay. It looks like we can get into the supervisor room. And then from there, it's just a short jaunt over to the servers. It looks like they've got one man patrolling here. But if we can take him down, or distract him, or figure out a way to move him away from there, that shouldn't be an issue. If we can get to the servers through the ventilation, then it's a matter of just breaking into the data and then getting back out. We can pretty much go the same way that we came in, back through the ventilation.
So that's the server room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no vents cross over that. They cross next to it. They don't cross over it.
That's why I'm saying we drop down in the supervisor room.
Yeah.
Right above it.
Okay, but then how do you get into the room? You think it's unlocked?
Why would you lock the door to your server room?
Why wouldn't you? Especially
Yeah.
after somebody just shot something outside and killed somebody.
Well, I mean, there's another option as well, and that is you simply break your way into one of the terminals again and do it that way. But we saw how that went last time.
Yeah, I'm not a hacker. I tried to warn you. It wasn't gonna work.
I think you would have done fine. We just got unlucky.
I think Meltdown rolls her eyes and says, it is so much easier when you can hack.
I make things malfunction.
And that's useful.
Make the doors malfunction. Make everything malfunction.
He kind of just like shoots like an eye at you and says, that's not a horrible thing.
I could technically make everything malfunction. I'd have to send my machine sprite with you, but I could technically make everything malfunction.
Maybe just make things malfunction in the way we need them to, right? Cause distractions, make people move away from the areas we don't want them to be.
I don't really think I have a choice. I might. I have yet to test it out on things.
By the way, this is off character, but do any of you actually have any points in hacking skills?
No.
Let me pull up my actual character sheet.
That
I'll
is
tell you if
that is
I
a
can.
good question.
That is actually a pretty damn good question. Hacking.
Yeah.
Where are you? I have 4.
Ooh.
I have 4 points. I have a 4 dice pool.
That could be enough. So you wouldn't even have to go into the matrix then. You could just hack in directly from the terminal.
Sure about that.
You have a really good logic score.
Yeah, you've got a good logic skill.
And all stun damage will be gone by then. What is it? It's like for every 1 hour of basically limited activity, you get -1 to your stun pool.
Oh, yay.
I'd say at this point you all are probably, an hour or 2 into it if you want to take 1 or 2 off.
I don't understand why your character has a -1 modifier to all of your skills.
Because it's... Well, I don't know if you can default on that.
Unless I'm looking up right now, if you can default hacking.
Yeah. I don't think you can.
So listen, OOC, I was planning on switching to my other character.
True.
I'm a better hacker on my other character as well.
Oh, I think it's a lot higher.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better at literally
see.
everything with my other character. I just don't.
Hacking may
use
not
the
be
only
a
weapon-
defaultable skill.
I don't think it would be. I don't think it
The
can
only weapon I use is my fists. But with that
Hacking.
said, I can close distance faster than most people can shoot.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
default hacking.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and you've got the best logic stat out of all of us, I think.
On both characters.
Yeah.
My logic on my other is a 6.
You're our best bet. It's either that or you try to use Bright again to hack in through the Matrix.
I think Melton looks up and says, or obviously at a small cost, I could help you.
How much?
How small is small?
So what? We started at. Oh, that's right. We never really talked money outside of the standard.
No, but Stitch will pay you.
Say,
How about we say Nines Pacer?
she kind of laughs. Let's say, a favor for a favor?
I would rather pay you cash.
She'll kind of smile and say, what good is cash to a hacker?
It's untraceable.
She kind of like gives like a frowny face. And so are good hackers.
You're fighting a losing battle here, Static.
Not everybody can run from God.
What sort of
Why
favor
run when
did
you can
have
hide?
in mind?
A favor now for a favor owed.
So you don't have anything in mind right now?
I do. She'll,
We'll give you 9s.
I mean, I'd prefer something useful to me.
Oof.
She'll,
So would we.
wow. She'll kind of like look down and like roll up one of her sleeves, and she will display a tattoo to you.
Do I recognize it?
What knowledge skills do you have?
I have Area Knowledge Atlanta, Ares Macro Technology, Combat Tactics, Firearms, Knight Errant, Bars and Clubs.
Anyone has anything?
I have English, Matrix, Gaming, and Medicine.
No.
If it's anything magical or military, I might have a chance.
I'm trying to think. Would you care about the military? Yes. I think. Give me a memory check. Give me a -1 modifier if it prompts you, just because it's not purely military.
Okay.
So it'll be a.
Whoa. At -10.
You. It looks something familiar, but not off the top of your head. And she said, again, can't always run, but you can hide. I need help staying hidden.
I could probably help with that.
Kind of staring intently at her tattoo, like, where do I know that?
Staring at her tits?
Tattoo.
Ah.
Yeah, unless it's on her tits, but he said sleeve, so.
True.
I heard the word rug, my bad.
She kind of like puts her head down and very quietly says, let's just say we're not always the type to make choices on our own. Sometimes we're born into them, and sometimes we don't want to be a part of it. not that easy. So
Hidden is something I'm good at, so I'm sure I can help you out.
he kind of gives a nod and says, just only pull the trigger if you have to, okay?
You got it.
Like a little say, do you want to save box pops up with Meltdown to join the party?
What is this, Dragon Age?
Yes.
Dude, my Dragon Age or my Dragon Age Inquisition world ended up so fucked.
So, what's the plan? How do you guys want to go in? You need another distraction. And she kind of like peers out from the bar and says, "We have a room full of them."
I don't know if that trick is gonna work a second time. And I feel like
Well,
just
I
a
mean-
straight infiltration is probably easier at this point. What did you have in mind, Stitch?
That's fine, lethal.
I could summon a spirit to cause a ruckus, but the spirit's not going to be very happy about that.
Spirits have feelings?
Did Meltdown say that?
Yeah.
Oof.
I'll have Sparrow materialize and perch on her shoulder. Judge for yourself.
Judge for yourself, bitch.
She'll offer some of her weird mixed drink to the bird.
Mm. You know what? It's the material realm. They like it. They're curious. Try it out.
I don't know how you roll for your damn spirit.
It's got stats.
Does it?
Yeah. What are its stats? Here, let's where is it? Show stats.
Give me a
Interesting.
poison drug. So roll. Don't worry, it's fine. Roll me an attribute test. Yeah, roll me a test.
Okay.
It's like the second one. There's like initiative and
Yeah.
there's test.
All right. What do you need?
It's gonna be body plus will.
The situational modifier.
0.
Okay. And limit. What would the physical?
Yeah. Hey, good job. Yeah, so I think it like sips on it and it kind of like pulls its head back and kind of shakes its head and kind of like gives like this weird intense like stare back at you like what the hell is that? And Meltdown kind of laughs and says, "Good enough."
No, but really, I really don't want to breed any ill will between myself and the spirits.
Kind of just gives a shrug and says, "All right, we'll do it your way." I'm not the sneakiest person, but give it a try. You know, could just walk up and talk to them. I can make a distraction for you. Or I could just come with you, whichever. I'm here to follow your lead.
Oh, do you know if there's a Actually, never mind. I think this time around I won't be physically there.
Interesting. I think you see Static like get up to like leave the bar.
Oh,
Quick.
We're not getting it past.
Yeah,
Your character has gotten up to leave the bar.
indeed.
What do you say to everyone as you leave?
I'm gonna send my sister over. She might be better for this job.
No, good roll. It was unexpected. Also, to be fair, I was also just given the picture, so I'll just blame Lethal because I can.
I like to take blame. Usually happens anyways.
And one day I'll remember which one of these things I picked for everybody.
Um,
You wanna-
So what are we doing here? Sorry, it was deep in conversation with my wife.
Yeah, so you got basically trading favor for favor. Elton has basically said, whatever you guys want to do, I'll follow.
Wow.
And Lethal's Static's sister is coming to assist you.
Okay. I have no idea who that is.
You will soon.
Alright.
True, technically none of you do.
I'm thinking we enter through the loading entrance. We'll get into this large terminal.
well, how many of us are going? Because I don't think that we all should be in there necessarily.
Well, here's the
Mm.
thing. There's no real way to need us guys. I kind of
Well,
have to be in there.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, I can be in there. Not physically.
My character is probably going to be the one that's hacking if we're not bringing her inside to hack, seeing as how I have the highest logic.
Yeah,
mean-
so you could also... Meltdown's willing to do whatever you ask, provided you roll her favor afterwards.
yeah, so we can get our, I guess, whoever this other character is, Meltdown, to take care of the hacking front, and I can just cover the Stitch. You can cover us from the outside using your spirit or whatever other abilities you might have. But like I said, I think it's best we go in through the loading, make our way to this terminal room, and then we just we need to make a decision from here. Do we go for the servers, or do we just try to access the terminals here, get in and get out as quickly as we can?
Or actually, if I'm there astrally, I can't affect the material world, can I?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Remember, much like if someone passes out when you draw the penis on their face, someone astrally projects and move the body.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rule.
Which is why I would astrally project from a safe place if I did that.
Yeah.
So
If you need somebody to protect you while you're astrally projecting, I could probably do that.
No, because there wouldn't be any point because I couldn't affect anything physically. So.
it just makes more sense to stay together. We need it. We'll need the numbers if we get into a sticky situation again, because we'll have to bust our way out.
Yeah.
I turn to Meltdown and say, if you were running this, would you go for the server?
If I were running this, well, if I were running this, they would take me to the server room personally.
That's what I figured. So we need to get to the server room then. We can either take the walking route, enter from the back, go through the terminal room. We'd have to go down the hall, turn down another hall, and then we'd be at the server room. So, according to these patrol patterns, we have 1, maybe 2 on the north end of this hall near the emergency exit, flip back and forth between the rooms here. We've got a pair of patrols in the southern end of the hall. And we've got a lone patrol here and a lone patrol here that we'll have to deal with one way or another, either by getting them to move or subduing them somehow. I've got some ideas on how to do that without killing it.
I would appreciate no one dying.
Well,
That's what I.
apparently there is a very large person in security armor that just spoke to us.
Yeah, is Avarice in security armor?
Avarice is always in security armor.
Yeah, I think like when Avarice walks in, like a lot of the eyes like will look up.
A 6'3" tall person with no defining features. It looks like it's just a walking suit of security armor, just because of how thick everything is.
I just kind of groan and go, "Oh no."
You can like hear the clanking of
Oh,
each
that's
just of every step as I move across.
that's not conspicuous. Not at all.
Good God.
So if it helps you feel better about yourself, that's how many different dice I get to roll for my armor.
I think Melton looks up and kind of has his bewildered look of like, well, I mean, I guess if it gets down to it, we could all just stand behind you.
If you all have to stand behind, then we're truly screwed.
I mean, I don't see how that is getting in, let alone unnoticed.
Actually, that gives me an idea.
Bingo.
You take over security, secure a way out.
Oh, I love punching things to death.
So you can hold. We're going to be making our way to the server room. We can try and make our way out back the way that we came, or we can head for the emergency exit, either at the north end or the south end.
From what I see of your schematics, it would probably be best to, after you drop in here, boom, and once you're there, you may just want to go back through the vents, but if that doesn't work, I'll be standing out here to cause commotion. Worst comes to worst, you make a mad dash and I back you up.
The front door.
Oh yeah.
I'd prefer a side door if that were possible. I don't know, though. Stitch, what's your take on it?
Well, the front door's the quickest way out.
It's true.
If
Also,
you've got a.
we-
What was
Sorry, go
that?
ahead.
No,
Sorry, I
I was,
didn't.
I was just gonna say, if you've got to get out, the quickest way out's the front door.
It would also be the quickest way for me to get to you.
It's true. Maybe if we could convince them that you are part of this detail, that way there's less people out front for us to deal with.
You keep cutting out on some words.
It's because I'm trying to talk really quietly.
Oh, good.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So, if we can convince if we can get you on security detail in the front, that would reduce the number of people that we have to deal with up there. It's basically like guaranteeing a way out the front door. Or even better, you might even be able to just let us in through the front door if there's nobody else watching that entrance.
Oh, you're talking about getting her employed?
I would need some fake papers or a damn good resume. Last time I tried out for one of their jobs, they said I was too violent.
All you need is a good representative. We could,
Well, and you'll need a fake sin.
I have a guy who can make those. Well, he's not much of a guy, as he is a being of a form.
she'll, Melton will look up and say, "Did you, you still have the sin that I gave to you all for the our unfortunate friend who had to go to the hospital?"
Yeah, I believe I do.
Wait, was that the Fairlight one?
No, that's the thing that Val pocketed.
Yeah.
We're just gonna pretend that I have it.
Sure. She's like, "Well,
Cool.
all that's left to do is to, I don't know, schedule an interview."
I'd be fine with that.
I mean, is that thing you're wearing even legal?
Slightly. I have papers for it.
Melton
Oh,
laughs at the thought of having papers for it.
You should have seen the armor I really wanted. Man, they do not let you walk around in that kind of armor.
If you can get our friend here on the front door as security detail tomorrow night, then that makes this job a lot easier.
And I can give it a try.
If not, then we go back to Plan B. We have our shield standing by at one of the entrances, and if all hell breaks loose, we make a dash for it. We enter through the back, take the vents or the hallways, whichever is going to be an easier task for us. Either way, it's the server room that we're after. It's just a matter of which doors are open to us.
She'll give a kind of like a heavy, like a heavy deep breath and say, "Well, means we have a phone call to make." She'll take out this little like, glittery comlink and put it in her ear, and like flip open like screw around on her deck and pull up the number for it and say, "Here's nothing." He goes to dial the Dockwagon facility.
Okay. Are our tokens on the board because we're doing something, or are they just there?
They're there for me to copy and paste.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think she rings, says, "Hey, my name is Melissa. I'm with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and I was calling about about the security problem you were having. I heard something about gunshots around a medical facility, and listen, it's really important for me to break this story because my editor's on my ass. You know how it is. I know you don't get paid enough for your job. You do a good job of it. And I have a solution for you. I have a friend who's in need for a job, and just listen, if you'll give him a chance to come talk to you." Yes. Oh, then that would be fantastic. I know, and there's like this long pause. Like, okay, well, I know people look at you weird because oh, you're secure. Listen, what if I had a woman instead? Wouldn't that be better? She can come by right now. She looks the part. Just give her 10 minutes of your time. You can I don't know what she's going to do. Maybe she'll flex for you. My job is to not write this article to get your reputation hurt, okay? He's going to make a con roll. Fucker. 5 is enough for a hard roll. So that is a success. I did not expect that to work. Also, my social limit is 10.
What is my social limit, come to think of it?
Mine is 7. It's okay. In this full suit of armor, I get to run 24 squares.
So she'll take the thing. She'll like, thank you, yes, right away. And she'll say, so I hope you weren't planning to sleep tonight.
Me? I usually try not to.
She'll like scribble down on a sheet of paper like an ID for her com link, and say, well, here's where you need to go. Here's the poor lady's name. Just tell her that Melissa from the AJC sent you, and just please don't fuck this up. And she'll kind of like turn and look at Stitch and say, so where's your little birdie?
Still on your shoulder.
Okay. She'll say, maybe send this one just to hang back. You never know.
What, to watch over her?
I mean, it's eyes and ears, right? It can't hurt.
I just want to go ahead and point out the last time we had somebody use a bird to watch over something, the whole fucking story ended fucked up, Rem.
I mean, look, I don't choose these things, all right?
I just want to go ahead and quickly point
Oh, I know.
this out real
I'm aware we have a bird that does observation. It's fantastic. And yeah,
I mean, really, it could be anything, but
I know. It's funny because a bird's actually the typical thing you choose for an air spirit.
We're also talking about stone.
Yep. So she'll kind of like tilt her head to the side and say, also, you have a very interesting aura about you. Just kind of get a smile.
you do too.
I know.
Nice colors.
I mean, colors are important. The world is so drab. As you see her, like, her eyes briefly, like, kind of gloss over and come back to normal. As she, perceives astrally.
Oh, fuck, the spoon character, that's right.
Yup.
It's a thing.
Just watch the spoon bounce away.
Yep. Everyone just kind of, like, looks over and, like, the bartender kind of, like, raises an eyebrow, like, you okay?
The spoon like leaves an indent on the fucking on the counter.
Elton's just like, please, whatever you do, just don't fuck this up. Have a good interview.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the paper that she wrote on and put it in one of my mini, just not covered of pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like stick it in between like one of the pieces for easy access.
Well, I guess I'm not getting any sleep tonight either, because I'm gonna have to be nearby.
We could just trust her.
I don't like the sound of that.
You don't trust me already.
We don't know you.
In this
Oh.
world, you can't trust anybody.
I'm gonna go ahead and give them each like $200. Is that enough to make you trust me? By the way, this is another one of my really stacked fucking characters.
Yeah.
So be prepared for me just throwing money everywhere.
No, I mean, I'll gladly take your money, but no. That comes with time. I don't really trust any of
Trusted
you.
my sister.
I didn't trust her. I worked with her. I'm working with you. I don't trust you yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick look over on both of the two people in front of me. Do I get a military vibe from either one of them?
Make me a.
Well, not military. Law enforcement specifically.
Give me a judge intentions roll. It's on your main sheet under attribute rolls.
Yeah. Fucking
Oof.
yikes.
Not that you know of.
Okay, well, because I know law enforcement is one of my knowledge things, when I go up for the audition for the, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an audition because I'm basically acting. When I go up for the job, can I act like an officer of sorts?
Yeah, you can play it up however you want to.
Cool.
Yeah, so what's everyone gonna do while Avarice goes and does her interview?
I'm going to. Well, Meltdown is going to need a place to lie low, correct?
She says, "I've gotta grab some things before we do this." Say we can't meet back here, really. We don't have well, I don't know if we can bring everything we need to this location. Yes.
I doubt it.
What all do we need?
We
Well,
need a lot.
Better to be safe than sorry, right? Besides, I may need a notebook.
Just check something out. That
Maybe
is
even
not
a
one of the millions of things I bought. Never mind.
maybe even a nice letter opener.
Indeed.
Oh, by the way, before I leave for this charade, I need my comlink to sync with yours.
Is that actual roll for that?
I don't know.
I don't
just
think there
wanted
is.
to-
I think as long as
I
you
just
have
wanted
the
to RP it out.
yeah, so I think she gave you the number. She points at it and says, just add that in to have a connection available. And yeah, and I think like you'll hear some static, and then you'll hear her just like laugh. We'll say you could meet at the Marta on the road.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
That's the Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority for those people who don't know what that is. They're basically like a it's like a rail system in Atlanta.
Awesome.
Which I assume is a little more high tech in whatever year this is.
Well, for now, I'm gonna head back to my place and get geared up. I've got some things I need to get.
They and whenever Avarice gives us a call, meet at the MARTA station near Underground Atlanta.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Cool. So Avarice, you're gonna arrive at at the place. Dear God. Oh, BRB on E5. God. We'll take a 5-minute break.
Yeah,
No
sounds
pressure.
good.
But if this fails, there's other options.
I need to buy some equipment.
Okay. You can go shopping.
I think I might need to too.
I need some stun equipment.
I need things that don't murder.
Yes, exactly. A
Okay.
taser would be great.
So buying gear, it's based on the availability of the rating. Yada yada yada. Active fencing, this will be legal. Let's see what tasers go under. Taser, it is availability. Ooh, why is it availability bar?
Because it is always available.
That makes sense. Okay.
They are legal to carry.
Yeah, they're legal.
So there's no real reason for them to.
Yeah, it's because it's just a good like personal defense thing.
Mm.
Cool.
My other option is to change up my ammunition. Where is the ammo box? I need the ammo box. Ammo, 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 ammo. Shell rounds.
Yeah, you could always change your rounds out.
Gel rounds are good.
Okay, well I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I think yeah, so I'll take like a 2 or 3 minute water break. Figure out what you want to buy, and then we can just do that real quickly after we see if Lethal is going to become a security personnel for. It's horrible, horrible idea. I mean, what?
I just want to say that even if they did try to shoot me, there's a very low chance they will. And if I'm correct, armor piercing is guaranteed damage, right?
It reduces the ability to soak, but you're
Yeah, it's not
effectively
guaranteed.
you're basically removing dice from their dice pool. It's a pretty big deal.
So against these people, I pretty much get a decent amount of guaranteed damage.
Yeah, it depends on.
It didn't seem like any of them were wearing armor. Which is the only
yes.
thing that I'm truly scared of with this character, seeing as how I don't actually use weapons. Besides my spoons.
Correct.
That's okay. You have not seen. Well, you might have seen
I'm taking a 3-minute break.
my
I'll
third
be right back.
character that I'm working on. So, yeah. If you go into the Shadowrun chat, scroll up a bit.
I saw.
Yeah.
You have a lot of different dice. By the way, that's what I'm flavor texting my armor to look like.
Yes.
Like a Spartan on crack, but not like... Not Space Marine, but like a Spartan on crack.
Yeah. Well, my third character, which would be, you know, essentially a different way of portraying your character, maybe minus the armor, is he wields a Reinhardt hammer.
and
I was
pretends he's a
thinking-
Viking.
I was thinking of taking a long arm with this character, but my punches, let's see. My punches are a little nutty.
4 damage plus with your adept powers, right?
I mean, the penetrating strike is just built in.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the 4 armor piercing comes from.
But you
But I
also
can-
have access to like killing blow and stuff, right?
Yeah, I could fucking like killing blow, critical strike, elemental strike. I could fucking just mix it up a bunch of different ways and become super fucking lethal close range. It's great. I could light somebody on fire with my punch.
Which is phenomenal. Um,
Just
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go taser route instead of gel round. No, I need gel rounds. I'm getting fucking gel rounds.
on my on static, I have 1,000 normal rounds, but my guns are the Cavaliers. You know those super heavy fucking revolvers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you whip out that, and somebody knows you mean motherfucking business.
I mean, even I one-shot a guy in the head. You go figure that one out. All right. I am the sharpshooter.
I'll be
I
right
will
back
wreck your
while he's
face.
on his way. I'm gonna get some water as well.
Welcome back.
So so what are we? We're gonna do good old Avarice first, and then we'll see what happens from here.
Yeah, I think I'm still gonna get gel regardless, so I'm gonna do that.
Cool.
I'm gonna pick up 50 of them.
Avarice, you're gonna walk up to the front door and see what's going down.
I am gonna walk up to the front door with my helmet off. Just that way I don't appear suspicious at all. That's a lot of people at the front door.
I think when you walk up, actually,
That's a lot of people at the front door. Hold up.
Sure.
That's a lot more people at the front door than there probably should be.
I mean, someone just got shot outside, one of their peeps. Yeah, I think when you walk up, one of the medics in the front kind of looks up and says, "Yes, we've had an accident. Are you okay? You need assistance? Do you have a plan with us? You like a plan?"
I'm here for the job interview.
Oh, and may I ask who sent you?
Michelle?
It was Melissa.
Hold on. Let's see. I'm curious.
I'm bad with names. I apologize.
It's already off to a bad start.
She'll kind of like scratch your head. Actually, there should have been a -1 in there. Whatever. She'll scratch her head and say, yeah, I know something like that. Sure. She'll kind of like, they'll kind of step off to the side a little. Let you in to like the main. It's like just go to the up to the window, talk to the lady there. She'll get you back to a room.
Dunk, dunk.
Yeah.
This is like StarCraft 2 Marine.
Yeah, no, it is.
Dunk, dunk.
Just dunk, dunk, dunk.
And yeah, this after a conversation, a guy will walk up to you and say, "Follow me," and we'll take you to. Where's a good interview room? Oh, look, let's go to the interview room. You guys will go to the interview room. Who would have thought? I think like he'll step out and one of the medics will come in and say, "So, I was told that you're good at security."
I am. I did it for many years of my life.
Give me a rundown of your history. Why should I hire you?
Why should you hire me? Well, I'm advanced in combat tactics. I have extensive knowledge on law enforcement. On top of that, just by looking at me, I would scare off most trouble.
Give me just give me an intimidation roll.
Where the fuck do I find that?
Probably a social skill.
It is. I don't have a ton of social skills, which is weird.
No, it's all right. It makes sense. She'll
Also, I still have that -1 problem fucking everywhere.
yeah, you might want to look at your actual character.
Yeah, you might have to. Yeah, you might have to go back into your chummer. And,
Yeah, do you have the chummer for it just to open up and check?
yeah,
I do
'cause
have the tremor for it.
Yeah, just open that up real quick and go to the skills and make sure they port it over, because sometimes it screws up. I've noticed.
yeah.
God damn it.
It happens.
No, I have to open up like 7 different fucking things to access Chummer.
Oh, really?
Chummer fucking. That's why I hated using it so much, is I had to go in and fucking just go through so many fucking different things.
It is really annoying, I'm not gonna lie.
So
I
it
mean,
doesn't say -1 for anything on Chummer. It just says zeros for a couple of things.
Well, yeah, the -1. Then if it's a skill, the -1 is from defaulting. Because all you can do with the skill is default if you have no ranks in it.
Man, I have 26 karma. I could have fixed that. Damn, that's unfortunate. Then yeah, I just have a bunch of default skills.
That's fine. We can fix it
Yeah,
later.
it's totally fine. So that's what I rolled.
Alright, yeah, I just think she'll look at you and say, so in a situation like this where, you know, our data is really important, our patients are top quality, they pay a hefty fee to be here, and we expect that sort of level of commitment back. If something were to happen in in an area like this that's so sensitive, how would you handle it?
Quickly and effectively. Also, on top of being security guard, I also have a knack for being a medic.
Oh, do you? Interesting. Well, that's definitely something that comes, you know, that's very important here at Dockwagon. You ever considered maybe instead of doing security, training to become a medic? Like a full-time medic?
Maybe one day. But I would like to start off as security first. Get to know the the layout very well. So that way I could know the most effective way to guard the people that pay us so much money. Or shall I say, currently pay you guys so much money.
I'm using your sheet to see what roles there
I have
are.
a lot in fucking medic. If you want to go look at that.
I
real
was just in
quick.
general looking at stuff. Yeah. Give me your law enforcement knowledge skill roll.
Situational modifier.
I'm gonna give you a +1.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
By the way, I have 11 dice.
That's still a really good roll for even for 11 dice. Yeah, I think she'll look at you and say, "Well, it can't hurt. I'll give you an opportunity to show us what you're made of, what you're worth." We recently had an altercation that happened. It's very convoluted. We're in the process of pulling in some information from surrounding video cameras and whatnot, and we need someone to help hold the perimeter, help make sure that nothing else goes on. There's no other problems, no other gunshots or whatever else. Think you can handle that for a night?
I can absolutely. Would you like me at the front door to make sure that nobody unnecessary needs to enter?
Sure. That would be it'd be great.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time.
Go get up with her like heavily augmented cybernetics and like walk out of the room back to the computer terminal.
I'm gonna go ahead and don my helmet now and start walking towards the front door. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Just every step of the way. You can hear the little rattle of my spoons as I walk.
Yeah, I think like as you walk by, like some of the like the lower tier like workers kind of like look up, and you hear like one of them like whispers like, "That's what high threat response looks like." And the sad thing is, the answer is no.
Yes? Wait, really?
Yeah, HDR is like real shit.
Wait, is HDR forbidden armor?
HDR is like a small military of medics.
So yeah, it's the forbidden shit that you wouldn't let me take.
Yeah, no, it's like it's real shit.
Because I'm literally wearing the next best thing.
Here, let me give you an example of I think they have an example of an HDR person.
The only thing better than what I'm currently wearing is the forbidden shit.
Yeah, the mil-spec armor.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing better than what I'm currently wearing.
I thought it gave me an
If I
example.
was seen wearing that, like I said,
Yeah, they would just kill you.
they just outright kill you for it.
If they could.
I mean, they can if they could kill you, they will try,
Yes.
but you might just kill them down first.
It would be
especially
a
with my spoon
pretty-
throwing ability.
Be a big fight. They're the equivalent of like I want to say HTRs are like 4 or 5s, or like the Gret rating at the minimum. It's kind of like the military responding.
No, I get that.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Yeah, if you guys had it run, that's probably what would have come. So minor detail.
Once I'm
I
outside,
would've-
I'm gonna go ahead and calm them and tell them that I got the job. I'm gonna make it sound like I'm calling my mother, though.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So like, you take your comm link and you got a call. What do you say?
Hey, mom, I'm guard. I got the job at what's this fucking place called again?
Dark
Blackwagon.
I got the job at Dockwagon. I'm working the front doors. Honestly.
And there's silence, and I think Meltdown like comes over and says, "Did you ask him if you get any free pills?"
No, I'm sorry, Ma. I didn't get any free pills.
You know your mom loves her pills.
I know you do, Ma.
There's
You
nothing
little druggie.
there's nothing I like more than laying in my room, watching whatever comes across. What the thing in my room, like the screen that's not really there, but I just love watching
Porn?
this guy on this. He's got these nice suits, and he makes me laugh, and he makes me laugh more when I have my pills. You know?
God.
Just make sure to tell my brothers that I got the job, and I'm gonna go ahead and hang up. I'm gonna go ahead and also tell these people that they can go back to doing what they were doing before. Orders of my new job assignment.
Okay. By the way, this is what the bare minimum for HTR would be. Maybe the starting point.
So at least I'm better than the bare minimum.
Yeah, it's bare minimum. And then it gets into shit like SMGs with like -7 AP and stuff.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and inform them that they can go back to going on their daily routes because I am the current person to guard the door. Obviously, because I'm in way better gear than them.
This is gonna be hilarious, but I want to see this roll. Can you make me a negotiation roll with a +3 modifier?
Oh my god.
If I fuck this up, I swear to
Come on,
God.
critical glitch, I believe in you. Damn, he got a 3. If you got anything less than a 3, one was gonna stay with you. And yeah, they kind of go off to like various areas to like patrol and whatnot. Thanks to your like live feed of the floor plan, you know where they go.
Verse is gonna go ahead and stand there.
I don't know where this guy goes.
Am I connected to their comms?
I think they gave you the ability to listen in, but you can't speak over it.
Unfortunate. I was gonna ask for an actual weapon.
I was thinking about it, but based on negotiation, no. But I gave you listen in because of your stupid professional law enforcement procedure role.
My character knows two things. That's combat tactics and fucking law enforcement. And black markets.
Cool,
Hence
so
the armor.
Avarice lets everyone know, hey, shit's good.
There's still one dude over here.
Where? Oh, yeah, there is. Where do you want to go, crazy person? But I know, it's break time. Sick. Cool, so, yeah, so, where is everyone at and what are they doing?
Well, I need to
I'm at home at the moment.
Okay, yeah,
I mean-
so what's home for you?
Home for me? I have a low lifestyle with yeah, it's just like a ramshackle apartment.
It's like
That I just kind of use as my hideout.
nothing that really like stands out or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a very nondescript location. Um, it's tied to a fake sin.
Cool.
I'm gonna do some shopping before I go home.
All right.
Yeah, I've already done my shopping. I'm getting up.
So is all this happening before I notify you guys?
Yeah, this is like up to the point. Like, what are people doing? Like, we have people going
Yeah.
shopping and whatnot.
Yeah, once we've determined that, we're because this is gonna happen the next day. I'm also gonna let the spirit do whatever it wants until it's time to go. Which
All right.
would be at sunrise. But I'm gonna get a change of clothes and a hat. And
I think you can head down to the Common Traveler, pick up some fancy new gear. There's like probably some like very short, very thin human that comes out to like help you and offer assistance for like doing measurements and whatnot.
I mean, can I just grab something off the shelf?
Yeah, you can. You can definitely do that.
Smart man.
You just kind of like brush the dude off. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna grab this thing. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not looking for tailored stuff here. I just don't want to be wearing the same clothes. And
Yeah, we're not all nines. We can't wear tailored beauty.
I don't mean Meltdown's outfit's not terrible.
I mean, even mine are good quality. It's just, I'm probably on camera somewhere. So
What are my clothes?
Are you naked under the armor? That's what I want to know.
No, I'm wearing good stuff. I'm not wearing nice
Okay.
stuff.
Remember someone played the game and they only had armor? I'm like, so under your armor you're naked?
I have nice underpants though.
Nice.
I mean, I'll
So essentially, I'm wearing lingerie.
I'll do this later. The only thing I need to do is the only other thing I need to do is summon another spirit at a higher force. But this will be
Okay.
right before I leave.
Cool.
I've gotten out my sniper rifle, and I have a modified guitar case that I can carry it in.
That's beautiful.
Very nice.
So, yes, that way it does not stick out when it is slung on the back.
It's probably a smart idea.
Do you have the forbidden sniper rifle, by the way? Oh,
All
let's see.
sniper rifles are forbidden.
Yeah, they're all forbidden.
Oh, really?
Except for the regular hunting rifle. Single shot hunting rifles are not.
Oh, that's right.
Yikers.
There was one other thing I needed to do.
All right.
I want to astrally project, and I am going to go some distance away from the dock wagon facility, but within view.
Okay.
All right, and first thing I want to see if there's anybody with, auras checking out the area.
Looking for-
Avarice would technically have one.
Yes, you would see an aura around Avarice, because even if you're not a magician or whatever the other thing is, even adepts have an aura. They just can't inherently see it unless they have the training for it.
Yeah, but I'm looking specifically for like magical auras. People that could see me as I flit around,
No, not off the and not currently that you can tell. No.
Okay. All right, and what's across the street from that entrance?
It is an actual Atlantis name. I don't want to just make one up.
I thought we said it was the subway.
Yeah, I would say no, the MARTA would be near Underground Atlanta. What would this be? Screw it. It is Walter's Clothing. It's a like a shoe store.
All right. Are there hmm.
Why is this a thing?
Basically, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a building I could be in that can give me a view of the entrance.
Sure. Make a random door. There's probably like a there's probably some like high rise like it's cyberpunk, right? So there's a whole bunch of like super high rise buildings around that are like office buildings and stuff you could go try to like get into or get around, or let me see. Let's think of a random Atlanta bars.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a bar, Atlanta. Like all they have. That may not be true, but let's do it. Screw it. What's a good one
I've
that?
only heard a couple of things about Atlanta, and not all of them are necessarily good.
This is perfect. It is the SOS Tiki Bar. With its retro graphics, over-the-top fruit garnishes, and its menu topping upu platter, SOS is fully embraced tiki, but it's still a serious cocktail destination. You can get on top of the tiki bar.
Sweet, that works.
I'm trying to envision what a tiki bar in the cyberpunk universe will look like, and it's just bright and gaudy.
It's just the worst physical thing you can see.
Like whatever like throwing up rainbows looks like, it's this building.
I just can't imagine Hawaii cyberpunked, you know?
Hawaii in the Matrix is like really boring.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Yeah, so there's definitely a building you can like project onto. Or project from. It's fairly safe.
Yeah.
Now you go lock yourself in the bathroom at the tiki bar
Yeah,
if you
well,
want.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not looking to project from there. It's just I'm projecting to find a place, a suitable place, without physically going there. To get Overwatch on the entrance from, because for my shit, I only need line of sight.
Right.
So, because if I'm hanging around outside, well, if camera spots being they're looking for it, that's not good.
It's true.
So, okay, all right. You want to do the summoning?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's see. It's a summoning skill test.
Oh shit, I gotta start pulling up different types of punches instead of in case this goes wrong.
I mean, what could go wrong, right?
And I'm gonna summon this one at Force 4.
Yeah.
It'll be another air spirit. There it is, summoning.
Page 300. Holy hell. Temp summoning. Blah blah blah. Resist drain. Wait, why is there no drain?
I have to do this. It's not part of the roll.
Oh, is it separate? Okay.
Yeah, I have to do it separately
Cool.
because the drain is variable.
That's right. It's variable. Yeah, so gotta resist the drain.
Yeah, it's got to resist the summoning.
Yes. Right, which is
Yeah, it's a Force 4.
what is the roll for that? Versus the spirit's force, which is a 4, so you succeeded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it makes a opposed roll with its force.
Yeah, so I roll 46. Sick.
All right, and then I've got to resist drain.
Results equal to twice the hits on the spirit's defense test. So you have to drain of 2. You have to beat.
Okay.
Ironically, also the minimum is 2, so that roll is worthless.
And that one is logic plus willpower. So
Yep.
I'll just roll a memory.
Yep, when in doubt. I think you succeeded.
Okay. Alright, so now I have a Force 4 Air Spirit.
So what does this spirit look like?
Oh. A whirlwind. Little dust devil.
Nice. Cool. So, everyone gonna head to the Marta.
Oh, and how many services do I get from it?
Let me look at the services.
I have to pull up so many different fucking types of strikes.
It's Force, what was it?
It's a Force 4?
You get one optional power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Higher the Force, more Spirit. You can call Spirit with optional powers. How many do you get by default?
Let's see.
Basic.
I'll have it take psychokinesis.
Nice.
That's terrifying.
Pretty good.
I mean, just move stuff with its mind.
Yep, gotta love it.
I thought that was telekinesis.
It's, let me find it. That is one of the optional powers. Psychokinesis is power enables a
Yeah.
critter to move an object with its mind. It's similar to the magic finger spell, acting as a magical hand with strength and agility equal to the number of hits scored on the magic plus willpower test. So cool. You have a thing that can move stuff with its mind, so it doesn't even have to like physically interact. I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Actually, yeah, no, that's right. Type will still be physical. It's a line of sight. It's sustained. It takes a complex action, provided you get into that thing where it matters. But yeah, cool. So you guys are returning to the Marta station.
Sorry, what?
Are you guys ready to return to the Marta station? Instead of Underground Nita?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I get 6 services. That's the
Yes.
net hits. All right.
Is it hits or net hits?
Um,
I think it's net, so it would be 6.
if you get net hits, the spirit arrives nearby in astral space, owing you 1 service per hit. So I think that would mean net.
Yeah,
I think that would mean net. Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, so I think if you guys start walking up, you see a bunch of little signs, right? Like advertising things like like different kinds of zoos and like horseback riding and all these little like touristy things, and like sitting on this bench under like this one like neon light that's flickering. You see Meltdown sitting with like what looks like an umbrella, like a sleeved umbrella, like at her side, and she's like fiddling with like what kind of looks like the Nintendo Switch in her hands.
Okay.
She's not really paying attention if you guys walk up.
Yeah. I've got a change of clothes. I'm wearing a baseball cap and some glasses now.
As you get closer, you know she has her these really high quality like headphones on, like blocking out the outside noise. She's wearing her Monty dress.
So I'm gonna sit beside her, look at what she's playing.
God, what's a game that's gonna be made like 1,000 times over? Oh, I know.
Skyrim.
Yes, it's actually still Skyrim. And like every
fuck.
time like the game starts up, it's just Tom Howard being like, "Just stop buying it. We'll make something new."
You know they made a mobile version of that game.
Elder Scroll
Mhm.
Blades.
It's a fucking.
Gotta love it. Yeah, so it's just literally at this point, you're not even playing as like the Dragonborn. You're playing as Todd Howard. He's actually ascended. It's fine.
He is the dragon.
At this point, every sprite in the game is just Todd Howard. You don't cast spells, you throw money at him. As you throw money at him, like a mod appears and fixes a bug. It's perfect. I think she looks up and like glances at your hat. She's like, "So we brought disguises." Okay, no one told me.
Well, I mean, I'm probably on camera.
She kind of shrugs and just like puts on this like ridiculous pair of sunglasses. Kind of gives you like the finger guns.
We're gonna need to wrap this up quickly. I've got to
Yep.
go.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with us like pausing it here and saying like next session we do this horrific idea.
Yeah.
It's not a horrific idea. If they try anything mean, I kill everybody.
Adver just kills everyone in the building. While everyone else runs away while HTR comes.
I walk out of the building with a pouch empty of spoons and like wiping down my armor.
That would be funny.
My excuse for why my armor is shiny is that eye juice covered it.
HTR shows up, you guys aren't there, and everyone is dead. And you go like back to the bar. It's like, look, that didn't go as planned. Or like
Oh,
you go,
yeah,
or like
we-
Nines comes back and is like, so what happened? They're all dead, all of them. What?
How did they all die? Avarice killed everyone.
Have you like? What's an avarice?
Greed, my friend. Greed.
Sweet lord. Okay, cool. So fuck it.
Yeah,
Everyone.
I'm perfectly fine waiting for next session for this shit.
Yeah, screw it. Everyone gets 3 karma. Fuck it.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
Oh.
It's
Perform a
overtime.
Spell now.
That puts me at 6. What can I do with 6 karma?
I'd have to look. I don't even remember because it's like stuff costs so random amounts. Ooh, Elton
How'd
gets
you get
karma.
6?
It was 3 from the first session.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so you put it
So
down.
it's 2.
Was it
Oh,
2?
yeah, well,
My
I
bad.
I saw 2.
Okay, yeah, then you have 5.
Oh, well then yeah, I have 5. What can I do with 5 karma? Mobby.
Alright, well,
Well, it
I'm
says
gonna
my
go.
career karma was 3, which is why
Good
I
session,
had
guys.
3 is my
Yeah.
current.
Good night, man.
Yep, good job, everybody. I'm proud of you.
Have a good night's sleep, you guys.